summer winds down on the shores of Lake Michigan, a biker gathering like no other revs up. They've come to Milwaukee for a weekend celebration of an all-American brand, Harley-Davidson, and the company's 115th anniversary. The festivities begin with Flat Out Friday as boonies, hooligans, mad dogs, and more take to the oval. Saturday, the competition move outdoors. First, the dirt for hill climb as riders race the clock on 50 to 1200cc bikes. Then speed meets sand for a good old-fashioned beach brawl that salutes racing's early days. 115 years, countless stories. Buckle up for Harley-Davidson's 115th. 2 days of fun and competition that would make its founders, William and Arthur, most proud. 90 miles north of Chicago, off the shores of Lake Michigan, downtown Milwaukee, University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee Panther Arena, Flat Out Friday, celebrating Harley-Davidson's 115th anniversary. Presented by Sin 3. Sin 3 provides superior protection by resisting thermal breakdown. It stays fresh longer. Tonight, you'll be seeing the best in flat track, all racing around this 1/16th mile indoor concrete oval. 12 classes, over 170 entries. I'm Scotty Dibbler. Alongside is Lance Corey. Lance, welcome back to Milwaukee.
I am stoked to be here on Harley's 115th anniversary. We have tons of classes tonight. Tell me a little bit about it.
It's going to be a great night of motorcycle racing for sure. There are 12 classes. Let's take a look at them. We got them right here. We got boonies, pros, vintage, we have brakeless, vintage bikes, hooligans. We have a women's hooligans class, a JV hooligans class, Mad Dog, Goofball, and much, much more happening tonight. The 115th celebration of Harley-Davidson. Now, let's go to our sideline reporter tonight, Diana Dahlgren.
Hey guys, yes.
I'm right outside the arena at the tunnel where the riders enter. I'm standing next to Jeremy Prock. He is the man of Flat Out Friday. We are standing here with some bikes. Let's start off with the build bike.
This is the build bike program, the Milwaukee build bike program. This is built by Milwaukee area high school students. There's a 175cc Honda. All the bikes are the same. All the high school students, all bikes have the same budget.
And then we have the Mad Dogs.
Mad Dog, this is more affordable for adults, a little slower speeds, affordable racing, 200 to 100cc 4 strokes only.
And then we have the Inappropriate. This is one of my favorites.
This is a favorite. This is anything that should not be raced. Prince is, little did you know, an all-star flat track racer. You'll get to see him tonight.
And then we have the Hooligans.
Yes, the Hooligans. So this bike here represents also 3 other classes, the women's, the JV, and the open hooligan. This gentleman here is in the JV hooligan. But the Hooligans are a street legal twin, 750 and up, and real minimal modifications.
All right, and then we have the Pros.
Pros, this also represents the open amateur, the pro, and the women's class. These are all 450s. Hondas seem to be the most popular brand. These are really wicked fast machines. Parker, by the way, is at the top of the game with being a singles pro.
Awesome, and then we have the Brakeless.
Yes, these are about 115 years old. This is the way they used to flat track, brakeless, using the engine for compression for braking, using the engine compression for braking. This is Chuck Dickerson.
We have to let Chuck, a.k.a. Evil Knievel, go right now because he's starting off the evening with the Brakeless class. So we're going to go ahead and let him get out of here. Guys, let's get this started.
Thanks a lot, Diana. Up first is our brakeless class. Brakeless class has 4-stroke motorcycles, no brakes, no suspension, 1981 or earlier. These guys are crazy, Lance.
This is going to be pretty insane.
So the brakeless class, this is how flat track racing started actually, is here comes this 78-year-old rider coming out. They started with no brakes, Lance. They believed if you had a brake, the riders would stop in front of you. You would actually run over the rider right in front of you.
That's pretty funny, but the cool part is you're all in. Once you twist that throttle and you start going, you're committed.
You can actually see these riders will drag their feet to slow themselves down when they pull up to that starting line. In motorcycle racing, we start from a dead stop right at the start. The bikes are running. They'll put them in gear and they'll drop the clutch. They'll take a look at our starting lineup. Number 49 is Kendall Lutchman. 26 is Chuck Dickinson. 618 Christopher Zelzinski. We'll see what that is.
Tough one.
Yeah, we'll see what that is. 996 Dan Slobodnik. With 15 is Scott Johnson. The 3X is Scott Jones, and the 311 is Warren Heyer. So
I see a lot of Harley-Davidsons out there.
Harley-Davidsons and one lone Honda. Actually, don't see Hondas in the brakeless class very often because back then, Honda wasn't even around yet when they would race flat track at the very beginning.
That's very true.
No suspension, no brakes, and some people say no brains in this class. I mean, it's a tough one. Look at these really old motorcycles pulling up to the inside. There's the 26 pulling up right there. And that young rider is 78 years old. He's got some really cool Max leathers. They're red, white, and blue like Evel Knievel. He will start second from the inside. I think the key to a good race, Lance, is you got to get a good start and then hold your line.
Good start's always the key. You know, I've been watching the lap times during practice in the heats, and I noticed a lot of guys were in the 9-second lap times, but, you know, there are a couple guys a little faster than others.
And the light turns green. The 15 grabs the whole shot. That is Scott Johnson. He'll take him down the back straightaway. It's a really tight 1/16th mile oval. 15 is out front. He's got company coming. Here comes the 311. Warren Heyer, the 78-year-old rider, goes really high, and he loses a few positions. He's back there in the 4th spot. So don't count out the 78-year-old rider just yet.
Do not count him out. 7 laps to go, 6 laps to go now. Anything can happen in 6 laps.
In the brakeless class, Lance, good thing is, the leader throws it away.
Just like I said, anything can happen.
They race until they see a checkered flag or a red flag, so we still will keep racing until they're in there. Now the red flag is coming out. We've collected a few more bikes down here. Wow, that's not how we wanted to start the night.
No, but see, they throw the red flag out like that because guys are trying to get up, and it could get really dangerous.
It could get dangerous, especially if the riders are right there on the racing surface. You never know, but the brakeless class, so it was our leader 15 that went down first. They're all up and okay, it appears like that. Here's a look at the replay, and it looks like the back end just came around on them. We actually walked on the track earlier, Lance, and it was really sticky yesterday. It's not quite as sticky today. It's a little bit slicker, and it looked like he actually got on the cases and lifted the rear wheel off the ground, and that's what put that rear end all the way around, I think.
That is very true. That's very true. Yeah,
So that's what we see right here. Diana's down there really close to the action. Diana, is the track really sticky right now?
Yeah, guys, it is really sticky. We did have some falls during practice earlier, but one thing to note is the guy who crashed into the wall, Evel Knievel suit, he actually was a part of our preview when I was out in the alleyway. He's 70 years old, guys. I mean, he got trapped, and look at him. He's up walking like a champ.
70? He told me he was 78.
It's a pretty incredible story. I mean, to be that old out there and laying it down and getting up and still going.
I don't think he heard my question, though. I think he was, saying how many horsepower that thing had, maybe.
I hope.
But it looks like he threw it down sideways, got on the cases. Diana, what else is happening down there?
A lot of stuff is happening, but let's talk about the crew from Flat Out Friday converting the Panther Arena into the flat track oval yesterday morning at 8 a.m. After the layout and safety barriers have been constructed, the crew sprays Dr. Pepper, guys. That's right, Dr. Pepper syrup on the arena floor to help with traction, and then runs laps to lay down a layer of rubber to give the racers the grip they need to compete on this otherwise slick concrete surface. Hundreds of people have prepared this track, and it's extra special for the 115th anniversary of Harley-Davidson.
All right, looks like they're staging it back up, Lance, to get this thing restarted. Looks like they're going to have a single file restart. No, they're going to stage it back up. Complete restart is what we're hearing, so it can be a complete restart. Tough break for our early leader, but it's a good break for the 26 because now he'll be up there battling for the lead again. All these riders are going to make it into the main event, but the better you finish, the better starting spot you'll have in the main, so it's very important.
Very true, and like I said, when there were 6 laps to go, anything can happen, and right there you saw almost the craziest happen. They're restarting. It didn't matter if you were in the back or the front. Oh, wait a second, look, they have a little bit of a...
So they're staggering it,
yep.
I guess, maybe according to how they were running. So it's a little bit different. They put the 26 on the back. Actually, no, because he was involved in the wreck. That's why he's going to the back. Okay, so
yep.
that makes a little bit more sense. The 15 was the first bike that went down. He collected the other 2 riders. So we'll have a complete restart with all these riders going to the main.
And what I'm hearing is they're only going to do 4 laps right now.
Interesting. And they are off into the first corner. Got to get a good start, hang on to that low line. Look how low the rear air pressure is on that leader. It's the 311 out in front. That is Warren Heyer.
Keeping the air pressure down. I'll keep it a little bit more traction on that shiny concrete.
Oh! Leader throws it away going into turn number 3. Looks like he's trying to keep that motorcycle running. He pulled in the clutch. They will race until we see a red or a checkered. Lance out front now is the 618. That is Zielinski. Zielinski's out in front. And that is on the Honda right there. Again, no brakes. You can see there's no disc on that rear end.
Yep, they're just on the gas and laying it over when they get in the corner.
Hopefully that back pressure of the motor helps slow them down a little bit. Zielinski's sneaking away a little bit on the 618. There's Dickinson, the old man right there in second on the 26. That's Chuck Dickinson. And that was the checkered flag already, so that is it. The winner of this one is Christopher Zielinski.
Now, it looked like Christopher was on the smallest bike out there. I'm wondering if that made it a little bit easier for him to handle the bike without brakes.
All right, possibly so. He's definitely easier to maneuver in the corners. We'll take a look at some of the replay action. Here's the leader, and he got in there, so he was just up off of where they've been racing. Maybe it's a little bit slicker up there, just off of the racing group.
Yep, he was running a little wide right there for sure. And it's funny because that was right when I was talking about his tire pressure.
Exactly, and I don't think that was a factor. I think he just got up there in the slicker stuff. You know, when they haven't been racing on it, it's probably still a little bit slick. I know it's Coke syrup. It's supposed to be tacky, but the more laps they get on it, the stickier it's going to get.
That's very true.
Flat Out Friday at Harley-Davidson's 115th anniversary is presented by Sin 3. Provides superior protection by resisting thermal breakdown. It stays fresh longer. Up next will be our bike build class, and they are making their way onto the racetrack right now. It is a Milwaukee area high school. They have 100 days to build a Honda CL or CB 175 flat tracker. Teams have the same budget and work with volunteer mentors. Bikes are judged on appearance, performance, and racing ability on the track now, Lance. This looks like a fun class.
This would be a fun class. Man, I wish they had a class like this at my high school.
That would be so cool. I think I'd flunk it on purpose so I could take it again. Right? You got to go back for more.
I get it. I get it.
Here is the riders in this one. 35, Ezra Brewski. They are all on Hondas, as we mentioned a moment ago in the rules. 83, Chadwick Dennis. He's from Shorewood, Wisconsin. 65, Stephanie Erbs. She's from Wisconsin. 07 is Kristen, and the names went away from us. They're getting ready to start our bike build. Kristen Lassen, that is Lady Lassen. The 05 is Leah Orloff. 65, Stephanie Erbs. 35, Ezra Brewski. The 11, Patrick Mishko, and they're off. 07, Brewski grabs the whole shot. This kid's a good racer, Lance. I followed him around a little bit in some of the amateur races, and he knows how to ride a motorcycle.
Well, what do you know? You have a kid that knows how to ride and a kid that gets to build a bike in class.
Man.
Great opportunity.
Living a dream for sure. He got a little bit sideways coming off the corners. When I talked to the riders earlier today, they said coming off wasn't so bad, but it was really slick going in.
Yep, and that's what you noticed in the last race. Going into the corner is where he lost it.
Absolutely. So Brewski's starting to sneak away just a little bit. Dennis right there in second on the 83 bike. That's Chadwick Dennis. He's from Shorewood, Wisconsin. Again, these are all Honda motorcycles that they build in class. There's your leader, Ezra. Looks like he's run into the corner a little bit wider than squaring off right in the middle of the corner. He's getting into some lap traffic, and he goes around the 65 bike of Stephanie Erbs, and she is from Watawassa, Wisconsin, I believe. That's a mouthful right there.
The one cool thing that I'm noticing on these bikes is you can tell the frames have been painted, the wheels have been painted. You can really tell they stripped these bikes down and really customized them.
Kevin Clark just showed the field 2 laps to go, so he'll show the white flag this time by for the 35 bike, Ezra Brewski. Picking up the white flag, 1 more lap to go. Looks like that frame's probably even been powder coated or painted, just like you were talking about. 1 more lap rider right in his way. And the checkered flag is out for your leader and winner, 35 Ezra Brewski. Good job for him right there. Chadwick Dennis will settle for second on the number 85 or 83. Patrick Misha will finish in that 3rd spot. Man.
Now, one thing you notice is the leader, Ezra, was in the 9-second lap times.
Wow, that's super fast.
They went all the way back to 11-second lap times. So you can see there's about a 2-second difference between first and last place.
Absolutely. That is the bike build class. We'll take a look at the results. Ezra Brewski again taking the win. Chadwick Dennis is second. Patrick Michaud is third. Kristen Lassen, that's Lady Lassen, is fourth. And Stephanie Erbs will qualify right there in that 5th spot. There's your bike build heat race.
I wonder how many of their classmates that helped them build it are either in the stands or watching this live right now.
I bet a bunch of them are. I bet that's pretty cool to see it all happening right here as part of 115th celebration of Harley-Davidson.
This is the fun one.
All right, this is your class that you wanted to sign up for when we were here in February.
Yep.
It's the Booney rules. It must be a pull start engine, a rigid frame, and a full AMA riding gear is mandatory. If you look, Lance, coming off that last corner, there's a jump right there, and it says get it on there. Some of the riders are going to take it. Some of them aren't. A little added feature in this class.
That's awesome. They should have ran that jump all the way wide, so you had to get it.
That would be kind of interesting. We might have a few more pileups. So what they do, Lance, every time they come out onto the racetrack, they will give them 2 laps to warm up their bikes and check out the track again, because some of these riders haven't been on there since earlier in practice. So they give them 2 laps every time they come to the racetrack, and they'll line them up at the starting line. Here's a look at your starting lineup. The 418's Mike Barney. 73, Travis Fryer. 01 is Brent Hankey. 75, Jacob McCutcheon. 66, Sam McKinley. And the 1777, we'll add some more sevens, Christopher Milowski.
I like that. And as you notice, there's way more riders in this class. Heat 1 of 5.
5 qualifying heat races in this one, and they are off. It is the Booney class. Green flag is out. Booney class, top 2 from each heat race will make it to the main event. There will also be 2 semifinals. There are 25 total entries today, and the 01 is out front as Brent Hankey.
Yep. Looks like they're teammates in the yellow and the orange jersey in my correction.
And they have the same boots on too. So 01, 75, possibly teammates out there working on some strategy for later on in the main event. And again, the top 2 riders will transfer to the main. It's Hankey out front.
So I don't see anybody hitting the ramp right there. I think they need to push a little wide. I think they're getting away with not having to hit it.
Skipping it a little bit. There goes one guy with the ramp. He's a lap down, but he's jumping. We got one rider down over here in turn number 2. Now there's one coming off of turn number 2. The leaders make it through safely. Yellow flag is out. Try to full start that motorcycle. There's your leader back around. Again, Lance, we don't stop until we see red or checkered. So we see waving yellow. It's all right. We keep racing. Just use a little bit of caution.
Yes, that's right. Looks like they're having fun out there. Just saw Brett pop a wheelie.
Yeah, he's having a good old time right there in that bike. He's going way up there by the hay
There
bales.
he goes.
Pulling the wheelie. Get some traction to that rear wheel. White flag is out. One more lap to go. Booney, heat race number 1. Hankey, second place goes over the jump. The 75 bike of McCutcheon takes the jump right there. Jacob McCutcheon. And here's your checkered flag and the win on the back wheel. 01. Brent Hankey. He goes straight back to the pit area.
He ran away with that one. I mean, right off the gate, he took off. And
so I'll see you guys later on. That was heat race number 1 of our Booney class. Man, there are 5 heat races. This one's a stacked deck for sure.
Here's the results. We got Brent Hankey in number 1. Second place was Jacob. Third place was Travis Fryer. Fourth place was Mike Barney. Oh, we maybe have 2 fourths. I would say Christopher ended up in a 5th.
Maybe they tied. Maybe they tied.
Yeah, they might have tied. Because then Sam got 5th.
All right, so they're fixing it as we go. They got the scoring and timing. There's a scoring loop as they go across the start-finish line, as he's going to do a little fine-tuning to his front end. Oh, no, he's heating up the tire.
Yeah.
All right, he's taking it serious. Heat race number 2 is coming up next right here. The Booney class. Well, maybe just cleaning off the tire. That's what he was doing. Yep. I thought he was coming up the next race, but he's cleaning that hay off the tire as he was one of the riders who got up into those hay bales.
Oh, gotcha.
Heat race number 2, it's the Booney class. Again, they get 2 laps to check out the track, warm up them tires a little bit. These are great big guys on little bitty motorcycles.
The coolest thing about these races is these guys are on bikes that are probably in their sheds. These aren't professional. It's just awesome to see, you don't need to be a pro to get out here and race.
Here's your starting line at 35, David Kilkenny. 315, Job Absinski. 24 is Alex Polson. 113, Mike Rasmussen. 62, Jeremy Seiler. And the 80 is Nick Whitwer. All these riders are from Wisconsin. I like that. Is that Doodlebug? Is that a hometown? Or, I mean, you never know with these boonies. These guys, Maybe that's what he calls his motorcycle.
Exactly. Nicknames.
I like it. Pulling back around to that starting line. They start from a dead stop.
They should start from an engine off start.
Yeah, pull start it and go. Man, some of them might be there a little bit longer than others. So there are 5 heat races here in the Booney class. We'll take the top 2 from each heat directly to the main event. If you don't finish the top 2, you come back in one of 2 semifinals, and we'll take the winner of each semi to the main event. So this is one of our biggest classes, and they're off there using their feet to get going.
Oh.
One of them went over backwards.
They kind of use your feet. I mean, those little tiny engines barely can power a lawnmower.
Yeah, I like some of them were stand up. Oh, there goes second place, hitting the jump over there, taking the inside line, taking the lead.
I love it. Notice how much bigger his wheels are than his competitor right there.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I'm thinking big wheels are better.
More momentum, more track surface. I don't know. So out in front now, it's David Kilkenny. Kilkenny actually rode the X Games last year in the Harley-Davidson Hooligan class, and he's taking the jump again. We'll see him a little bit later on in the Hooligan class on the 35 motorcycle. And he's still on 35 right here. Goes by 2 riders, lapping 2 riders at the same time. David Kilkenny. Oh, man, he just went over backwards.
I'm loving that jump. It's putting a smile on my face every time he hits it.
Well, you like jumping. You're not scared of jumping anything, right?
I'm all about it.
All right, Kilkenny, he likes taking the jump every time. He wasn't scared.
Oh, man down.
He picks himself up. I wonder if he kept it running. Nope, he's trying to pull start it. So your leader's pulling away. He's out front by 3.35 seconds.
It's so funny when these guys go down, they're already so low to the ground. They just pop right back up.
Instantly. Kilkenny's lapping them riders, picking them up, putting them back down. Now he's 4.3 seconds ahead. White flag is out for Kilkenny on the 35 bike. David Kilkenny from Waukesha, Wisconsin. The bike's listed as a Yuck, Y-U-K. Checkered flag is out.
Because he probably looks and goes, yuck.
Maybe, because it's yellow.
Yeah,
kind of ugly.
Yellow, green.
Yeah, kind of ugly green. Yuck. Could be a Yukon, I don't know. It should be short for something.
That's awesome.
All right, so Kilkenny taking the win in heat race number 2 of our Boonie class. Alex Paulson will settle for second place. That will be our last transfer. Alex on the number 24 bike from Shorewood, Wisconsin. He's on a custom motorcycle, and he makes it in. Everybody else was at least a lap down. Take a look at the restart right here from back in turn number 4. There goes the rider going over backwards. Man, he left the throttle still on. That thing's got too much horsepower.
That's right.
Having trouble hooking it up. Up next, heat race number 3 is coming up. Boonie Bikes heat race number 3.
Scotty, do you mind if I run down there and take a couple laps? Maybe
Do it.
race one of these?
You got a helmet?
I could find one. Can you handle both bikes?
As long as you can give me what number you're going to be riding so I can make fun of you. All right, Diana, you enjoying the boonies down there?
Oh, of course I'm enjoying the boonies, but the biggest thing was that I feel like I could take both you on and beat you badly.
Whoa.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge is definitely accepted.
All right, let's do that next time we come up here in February.
February it is. Bring it on.
Sounds good. We didn't get signed up. We didn't get any practice. We don't have any bikes. We'll have to wait on that. Heat race number 3 is coming up next. You going to pick a winner of this one?
Well, you know, it's hard to say, but I see a bike that looks very similar to Kilkenny's. Are they friends? Is that Kilkenny's bike? Do they ride together? I don't know.
I don't know. Could be. So heat race number 3, the 777 is David Mascari. The 99 is Anthony Bollinger. 73, Chad Brundage. 101, JJ Flaherty. 142, Daniel Holbus. Also out there is the, looks like the 4 bike of Ike Ozurmba. And keep your eyes on the 101, JJ Flaherty. He usually rides number 45. He's got 45 on his back. He actually won the X Games last year in the hooligan class. Look, he's doing a stand-up. He looks like he's doing a BMX start right there.
1 foot on the bike. Oh,
look at it. It worked, too. Hopefully somebody's taking some notes right there. 142 slides into second, Daniel Holbus. But it is JJ out front. I follow him on social media, JJ Rides, man. He's a pretty cool dude.
looks like his bike's bouncing a lot. He's kind of slipping out a little bit. Looking back at his competitors, like, how much?
Come on.
Yep.
Come on, let's race. Let's take a look over the show. Looks like just having some fun out there, and that's what Flat Out Fridays are all about. It's all about the fun. Leader's trying to sneak away, so there's no suspension, so the bouncing's got to be the bouncing on the air pressure in the tires, right?
Totally, yeah.
Right
well,
on.
like we said, they lower the tire pressure, but that's obviously going to cause a bounce if, you know, if their traction's not on par.
Right on. Out front, JJ Flaherty, 101 on his number plate. Uh-oh. Hear the crowd go crazy. One rider lost it going across the start-finish line. That was our second place rider. Now the leader's way out in front. Flaherty takes the jump. Dude, two riders down over here in 1 and 2.
You think they did that on purpose? One guy ran into the other guy?
Yeah, maybe. You never know. Everybody wants to transfer directly out of the heat race. There's Flaherty right there, your leader, wearing those all-white leathers. Remember back in the day, growing up and going to the races. Look at Flaherty's going way up to the high line.
He wants to get jumping.
Arrow, he's going to hit the jump.
Whoa.
Oh, 1-footer.
Throwing tricks.
But they used to wear all-white leathers a lot in the old days because it was so hard to see. It was usually dusty out there, so I like the old-school all-white leathers. Sliding in there, stand-up, sliding in the corner. Here comes JJ Flaherty to pick up the win in heat race number 3.
So you're saying that they wore the white so that way they'd be seen on the track?
Yeah, back in the day. Back in the day, you want to be seen because it's dusty. You didn't have the lighting like you do nowadays, so a lot of people wore white leather. So let's take a look at the replay. Watch the second place rider, 142, hitting the jump. One-hander. Landed on the back of his seat.
Too much showboating right there.
And it cost him a transfer spot. That was our second place rider, the 142, Daniel Holbus, who he actually still came back and still finished second, but he was way behind the leader. Flaherty taking the win. Holbus will settle for second. That was who fell off, still got up and kept going. Probably because a couple other riders fell off too, Lance.
Yeah, there was that crash again in the second the lap
turn
after
two.
that, I believe.
Yep, exactly. So it worked out good for him. Here comes the next heat. Already coming to the racetrack right now. Again, Boonies, there are 5 qualifying heat races with a top 2 to the main event. Again, they're getting a couple laps to check out the racetrack. Looks like there's only 4 of them going to make the start. I've got 6 of them on my list up here in the booth. Heat race number 4 coming this way. The bikes that are entered in this one, mostly from Wisconsin, but there's one rider from California. They're on mostly custom motorcycles. 56, that's Zach. Your guess is as good as mine. Loogie?
Yeah, I'm going to leave that to the screen.
66, Sean Gordado. We'll see him a little bit later on. 7 is Indian Lendowski. 99, Adam Munzinger. 33.5 is Eric Munzinger. He's got a half number because it's maybe a half of a motorcycle. I don't know. 57, Ryan Sirocco. And he's on a Doodlebug also. That must be a motorcycle.
Gotcha.
All right.
Some sort of mini bike.
Absolutely. So, again, one rider from California. The rest are all from Wisconsin in this Booney Heat Race number 4. Top 2 to the main event. Looks like only 4 of them going to make the start. And they're off. Whoa! Man, that must be really tacky right there because that's where that other rider went over backwards in the last race. Into turn number 3. 57 is out front. Ryan Sirocco from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. That is the Doodlebug motorcycle. There goes the 99 around the outside, battling for the lead. A long way around, and taking the lead is the 99 and Munzinger.
Notice nobody's hitting the jump on this race.
Well, they saw what happened in the last one, probably.
True, very true.
Well, that guy was showing off, though, but... All right, battle for the lead. Heating up as they go into turn number 3. The leader goes a little bit wide. Here comes second over the jump.
There we go,
All right. He must have heard you talking.
I love it.
Maybe he's got a speaker in his helmet. Here they come down the back straightaway. Still out front. Out front is Munzinger. Sirocco's in second on the 57 bike. Taking the high line. Look, he's got an all blue bright shoe over here. A lot of the riders will actually take real carpet to the bottom of their shoes. Yeah, 57, he's pulling off the racetrack. That was who was up there battling for the lead a moment ago.
Uh-oh, looks like it's going to be an easy transfer, the 2 that are out there right now.
Sirocco, tough break for him. He's off the racetrack now, so 99 still putting around out there. One of them just got back on the racetrack. So Munzinger's out front on the 99 bike. All by himself. He's got at least a half a lap lead. There's the white flag out for your leader, Munzinger. Munzinger from right here in Milwaukee. And this bike's listed as Yamaha. They have Yamaha. Is that little?
I don't think
that was a full start.
He must be racing another class that has Yamaha.
He waved to the flagman right there. That's Kevin Clark.
Yeah.
He waved to him as he went by. One more lap to go. This kind of looks like a victory lap. Munzinger out there on the 99.
He should be jumping the jump for us.
Maybe that was a checkered flag. That was a checkered flag. So I thought it was the white. Hard to tell up here where we're at. Way up at the top of the arena. So 99 takes it back to the pit area, and he is your winner. Munzinger takes the win. Indian Lenzowski is your second place rider. And those will be your transfers. We'll take a look at our second place riders wipeout. There's the 57 bike right here. Going for it. Oh, it looked like he just lost his left leg in the back. It just came around on him. So that was a tough break for him. He took it to the infield. I don't know, maybe he lost power on that thing, but that's definitely going to cost him a little bit. We're on Booney Heat Race number 5, and they're coming to the racetrack right now. We should be right around Booney Heat Race number 5. That's where we're at. Oh, yeah, we added this one. There were so many of them. We had an added Heat Race. 257 is Tony Betts. 12 is Leonard Schrodrick. We'll go with that. 323 is John Mailander. 13 is Ben McGinley. 76, Oliver Peck. And the 30 is Jason Warnke. Most of these riders are from Wisconsin. A couple of them didn't want to give their hometown. Maybe they're not supposed to be out here racing. I don't know. Top secret stuff. Here they come pulling up to the line. 5th and final heat race of the Boonies. Pro motorcycles are coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. Light turns green, 257 with the hole shot. He's got company on the inside. Look at that white motorcycle. 76 taking the lead.
It's got a big old gas tank.
I like it.
Looks comfy too, like a nice big padded seat.
He's leaving his foot down out there. It's Peck out front, but he slips wide. New rider taking over the lead over the jump. 257. The jump cost him a little bit of time right there. Battle for the lead. There's the top 2. Oh! Where did the rider go? I saw the motorcycle.
I hope they got that on camera so I can watch that.
Now there's a little bit of fluid down there on the track as well. It's going to be slick right there.
That was a good one.
We saw the end of it, that's for sure.
His front end looks all bent up. I don't think he's making it back out there.
Probably not.
Yeah,
oh,
he's
his pull
pushing.
start's out too. Both the rear ends locked up.
Forks are bent.
That thing's seen better days.
That is very true.
Pro motorcycles coming up next. Good battle going on still out here on the track. Top two to the main. Warnke is your leader on the 30 bike. 76 right here, the all-white motorcycle is in second. That is Peck. There's a look at your leaders who snuck away from everybody else right here. The 30 bike smooth sailing out there, just taking it easy. I like the bright green duct tape on his left boot. Checkered flag is out. Warnke will take the win.
It's so awesome that this is live right now on Facebook, and anyone around the world can be watching this. I'm very curious. If you're out there watching this, please let us know. Where are you watching it from?
And we're going to talk about some of the comments a little bit later on too, right?
Yep, that's right. Are you on your couch? And are you at your house? Are you sitting at a train station? What country are you in?
We'll take a look at the replay right here. Watch over the jump. This is the rider that was in second. Gets over, up, and went over backwards. And he kind of ghost rode the motorcycle a little bit. I'm glad they caught that. And I'm glad nobody ran into the bike. There he goes.
Look at how much power the bike had. It just kept pulling him up into a wheelie.
Almost took that guy's left boot off of him. Kept it going somehow.
So awesome. I just asked people where they're watching it from. I'm getting a lot of places: Colorado, Ohio, Jerry Kirtley out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. I've had the chance of riding a Harley in Chattanooga. It was awesome. David's out of Texas at his kitchen table.
Coming up next is our pro heat race action. We don't have a lot of pros signed up because Flat Out Friday is mostly about the amateurs. The pro class rules: 19-inch AMA dirt track tires, no slicks are allowed. You also have to be licensed from a national governing body. That could be American Flat Track, could be the Ice Racing Flat Track Series, any governing body. If you have a pro license with them, you can race pro with us. So your starting lineup looks like this. 48, Cole Feely on a Honda from Stanfield, Minnesota. 25, Shake Knuth on a Suzuki. 57, Parker Lang. 222, Jeremy Orr. 28, Svensson. And they're getting set to go. Pro heat race. Into turn number one they go. You got to get a good start. It's a 57 out front. Parker Lang, he's from Wisconsin rider. He runs on the Grand National Circuit that I announce on a weekly basis. Lang out in front. There's Jeremy Orr, the 222, sneaking a peek on the inside.
Check out these bikes. They have so much power with such a short track. You know, by the time they get on it, they're already laying it back down to the next corner.
You barely have time to pick that left foot up and then get on the foot peg, and then you're putting it right back down.
Yep.
Parker Lang out in front. He's holding off a hard charge, and Jeremy Orr sticks it in deep and takes the lead.
These guys need to jump out there right now.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't know if anybody take it unless they put it all the way across.
Yep.
Jeremy Orr out in front, the 222. Showing the way. 57 of Parker Lang right now in second.
They're rock and roll with the carpet on their foot. It's so they can drag their foot.
Yeah, absolutely. Orr sliding it out front. These guys are serious. They come here to win some money. 222 is Jeremy Orr. A lot of the... he opened up the door. Here comes Parker Lang. And Lang from Wisconsin takes the win right there. That's why you never give up.
Wow, that was for the last...
Yeah, that was for the win right there, coming to the checkered flag. These guys are serious. If the door opens up, you got to be there to stick that wheel inside and take that spot away. Parker Lang, who's from Wisconsin, takes the win. A lot of these guys are going to drive down the road to the Grand National in Springfield, Illinois. Short track tomorrow night. Most of these guys will be there with it. Watch them as they battle the turn. Lance, tell us about what's going on.
Well, watch his front end on the 222. It's bouncing a lot, and it was bouncing there, and it bounced a ton when he got past.
So here's a look at the final corner.
Boom, boom, boom.
So that's what caused him to go. He couldn't keep it down low. He pushed wide and opened up the door for the 57 to come on through.
Yep, just like that. Gave it away. Parker Lang, took it home for the win.
Flat Out Friday at Harley-Davidson's 115th anniversary is presented by Sin 3. Provides superior protection by resisting thermal breakdown. It stays fresh longer. Do you know what's going on out there? Look at these guys. Is that a chicken?
I don't know. It's not October yet, but it looks like they're ready for Halloween.
It is the goofball class, ladies and gentlemen. Riders are 18 years old and older, and they are outrageous.
Whoa.
Look at that thing. Is this Back to the Future?
I think so. Let me ride it.
No kidding. There's a chopper. Look at how close those handlebars are together. That's going to be hard to turn, man.
Yep, and he's shifting with his hand, and he's doing the clutch with his foot. I've seen Kendall out there a couple times.
Here's your starting lineup for our goofball class. 963, Jim DeLisi. 311, Warren Heyer. The 3 is Hunter Howell. 49, Kendall Lutchman. And the 75, Karina Strack. So we got a Yamaha, Harley, a custom motorcycle, a Harley, and a Yamaha. Looks like only 4 of them are going to make this start, and they are off. Somebody's got a backpack going along with that rider.
Kendall's out front.
The chopper takes the win. Is it legal to be riding with somebody in the back? Like in the backpack?
Remember, this is the goofball class. There's no rules.
Okay. As long as they got a good seat, maybe they got a camera on there too. 49, your leader on the chopper, Kendall Lutchman. Oh, he slips wide.
Notice him laying it over so hard that his clutch is actually scraping on the ground sometimes.
Wow. It's probably his kickstand is too. It looks like his kickstand over there on that chopper. I thought that was a chicken, but it looks like a little bit of a crazy creature maybe. There's the rider with the baby on back. Oh, the chopper went down. The 49 bike throwing it away.
Hopefully we got that out. Like I said, I think he was laying it down so far that the clutch actually picked up his rear wheel on him.
Made the rear wheel light and come around on him. So the monster right here, the 963, is out in front. That is the Liesel.
Jim DeLisle.
Delisle. I don't know. Delisle, bro. We'll go Delisle. 963. Choppers in the infield. Out of the goofball class, ladies and gentlemen. We have to take the top 4 riders to the main event. So there's 3 heats. 4 riders will go directly to the main event. Kevin Clark will show them the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Chopper's trying to get fired up. The Liesel out in front, 963, and there will be the checkered flag. There's your winner.
How does he even see through that helmet?
I don't know. Oh, look at this. Look at that.
Oh!
Man, it's the first time we got to look at the 3 bike. Hunter Howell. I think he's got some lean to it a little bit. He's sitting in a little bit side saddle. Is that the Abominable Snowman?
I don't know what it is.
Whatever it is, that's your heat race winner.
That thing's name is Jim.
Jim DeLisle taking the win. Hunter Howell will be second. Karina Strack is third. And Kendall Lutchman will be fourth. And we'll take 4 up to the main event. So what you see is what you're going to get out of heat race number 1. Taking a look at the replay right here. This is the battle for the lead. The 49 sneaking up the inside.
See the sparks?
Dragging the cases.
Yep.
You called it, Lance. He was dragging the cases, possibly even his shifter lever.
Yep, I saw that right in first corner. You just saw his clutch scraping, and if he picked up any more momentum, there was no way of holding on.
All right, heat race number 2 of our goofball class. We have number 15, Scott Johnson. The 73 is Travis Fryer. 12 bike Adam Zeller. The 707 Marco Lazervik. And the 12, Adam Zeller. So we got a custom bike, the Yamaha, 2 Harleys, and another Yamaha out there. We'll take the top 4 to the main. This guy's got some spikes sticking out of his shoulder pads out here. That guy's got a horn sticking on the front of the 73 bike. Is that a unicorn?
I'm not sure, but there's a police officer going to the donut shop.
All right. He'll be the first one there. He'll pull up to the inside. That looks like a full-on street legal bike that police officer's on. I don't know. He's not going to be able to lay it down very far either. Light turns green and they're off. Was that a banana?
And what do you say? The police officer's in the lead already.
All right, out in front, the police officer's going to lead him off turn 4. 707 on the number plate. Marco Lazervik. Lazervik is out front. He can barely lay that thing down, Lance. And look, it's throwing sparks right now.
You think that the other riders are just scared to pass him because they don't want to pass a cop?
They probably don't want to get a ticket.
We're all kind of used to that.
Right. If they pass them, then they're going to get a ticket for speed.
Yeah, so this is, you know.
Follow the leader.
Exactly.
Zeller's right there on the banana. The 12 bike is Zeller. That's Adam Zeller from right here in Milwaukee. That's a Yamaha in second. He goes wide. The banana goes wide just to keep from running over the leader. Oh, one rider's down. Looks like a Mad Max is down.
Losing parts. Yard sale.
Absolutely. Yard sale on the back straightaway. There's your leader back around.
Oh, lights are on.
Oh, he's in hot pursuit of somebody.
He's unhappy.
He must have got a call from the police station. That's a Harley-Davidson. Zervik out in front.
I wonder how many officers right now are watching this on the live feed. Getting a little chuckle at it, almost wishing they were out there.
Oh, second place got into the backside of the leader and went down.
Look at him.
He said, not so fast.
You bested the law.
The law won right there.
Yep.
Oh, he's got his sirens on now. His lights and his sirens. Lazervik out in front, 7:07 on the number plate. There he is, across the finish line and will take the win. He's got his police sunglasses on, his red, white, and blue gloves. Second place is Johnson on the 15 bike. The Banana still got up and got going. He crosses the finish line right there. Zeller. Somebody's doing a burnout on the back straightaway. That's Mad Max. 73, Travis Fryer. That's a Yamaha.
That's a unicorn.
I like that. It's a unicorn Yamaha, and he will make the transfer spot. He'll get fourth. We'll take a look at the replay right here. So the Cop is coming in on our left side, going to 3. Here comes the Banana, getting in a little too hot. And the Cop just shut the door on the leader. Here's another look at it. He gets right there into the saddlebag. Wow. Man, he's trying to take the Cop out, I think.
A for effort, but look at that Cop. Way too confident.
He said, not so fast.
Yep. Look at the Banana in his gun holster. Oh, boy.
They must be friends. Up next, heat race number 3 of the same class. It's the Goofballs, top 4 to the main event. 777 Alejandro Garrido from Palm Bay, Florida, all the way from Florida to race in this goofball class. The 72 is Ronnie Zastro. 17, August Zaraski. 13 is Leonard Serdwick. And the 322 is Brian Martins. This is our goofball heat race number 3. 3 heat races of this class. They will all, the top 4 will go to the main event. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. He's got a bodybuilder suit on. He's got his afro out there. Looks like he's in a rock band. Maybe he's performing later at the museum.
I actually signed that road glide right there. It was out at the museum getting autographed.
Yep.
There they go.
Uh-oh. Look at that. It's Prince grabbing the whole shot. Looks like Prince. We're from right here in Minneapolis, where Prince was from. He's got his guitar on the back. He's going with the Purple Rain theme right there. His 72 out front is Zastro. Uh-oh.
Look at him backing it in.
He's having some fun. I like him. He takes a look over his shoulder, and now he's catching up to the green bike over here that's having trouble on turn number 2. It's a 17 bike. Zaraski is having some problems.
Uh-oh. Tires locked up. They're pulling it off the track.
That's not good. You know what? He's still going to make a transfer because he's still credited right now for being in 4th. 72. I like that bike. It's pretty smooth on the throttle, you know?
Yeah.
Not lighting up the rear tire. He's caught up to the back of that motorcycle you signed yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, that was at the museum yesterday, and he was letting anyone that wanted to come up and sign his Harley.
That's so cool.
He said it's just for memories.
Leader went a little bit wide. 2 laps to go for your leader. There's the muscle guy.
Yep.
With his wig on. Maybe he's a rock star. I'm not sure. Oh, he's got a wrestling mask on.
Uh-oh.
He's serious.
Oh! Popping the front end up, getting excited. 1 lap to go, though.
Showing off a little bit.
Don't
you know
showboat too much.
We saw what happened earlier.
Yep.
Here comes your checkered flag for your winner,
Whoa.
72.
Nice. He had a lot of control of that goofball bike right there.
I like it. 4 riders will make it into the main event here in the goofball class.
Ronnie's looking real confident. I'm sure when it gets to the main event, he's going to be one of the guys to keep an eye on. That's for sure.
He's going to be fast for sure. With the Prince theme right here in Minneapolis, or from Minneapolis, Minnesota, not too far away as we're here in Milwaukee. Here's a look at the replay, actually. Watching him off the start, this coming to the finish line, doing a little wheelie.
Yeah, throwing some style into it. You think the guitar helps him do that?
Puts a little bit of weight on the rear wheel.
Yeah.
I like it. He wanted to get close to Kevin Clark, you know.
Exactly.
All right. Well, lots of fun here at Flat Out Friday, celebrating Harley-Davidson's 115th anniversary. All right, let's go down trackside with Diana.
Hey guys, give a big round of applause. TJ Dillashaw and still bantamweight champion. Congratulations. We're live on Facebook, millions of viewers right now. How is it being here in Milwaukee for the 115th anniversary of Harley-Davidson?
It's amazing. I'm a big Harley fan. You know, I got a Harley myself. Anytime I get a chance to escape training, need a break, I jump on the Harley and you know, have some fun and forget about everything.
It is the perfect escape. How was the brand new FXDR that you got to try out today?
Man, so much fun. Me and Cowboy got to race around town, show it off a little bit. Everyone's asking questions about it, so it's fun to have the new bike out on the streets, you know?
We saw you laughing earlier at the goofball class. What did you think so far of tonight's Flat Out Friday races?
It was action-packed. People eating shit, having fun. The goofball, the boonies. I want to do the boonie races. The boonie races look amazing. The pro class was insane. The 450s in this little building, very intense. So I've been having a good time.
All right, well, next year he's going to be the bantamweight champion still, and he's going to be the goofball class champion as well. So keep a lookout, guys. Back up to you.
Thanks a lot, Diana. I think I'd love to see him out there on a motorcycle. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
No, totally. And exactly what he was saying down there is exactly how I'm feeling up here. Let me ride the boonie class.
Yeah, you're wanting to go run down there and put on a helmet and let me announce all by myself up here.
Yep, I want to race him next year, this next race.
Sign it up. Let's go back trackside one more time with Diana Dahlgren.
You guys, we have an amazing skill set happening here right now. This is police and civilian skills competition, also known as motorcycle rodeo. Riders are from 5 different countries, a total of 151 participants, roughly half police and half civilians. They're practicing low-speed maneuverability and threshold braking. These skills keep the riders safer on the roads, and the competition awards are trophies, and not only that, what's the most important thing? Bragging rights and improved school set. So anyways, guys, there's much more to come from these guys. They're amazing police and civilian skill set.
Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, Mad Dog semifinals, the Boonie semifinals, Hooligan semis, Brakeless main event, the JV Hooligans Build Bike main event, our Open Amateur main event, our Women's Hooligans. We got to see women on the big heavy bikes, our Mad Dog main event, Vintage main event, Boonie main event, Pro Rider main event, Hooligan main event, and our Goofball main event. Still a lot to come right here in Milwaukee at the 115th anniversary of Harley-Davidson.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's I'm really excited to see these hooligan racers out there. They've always had a great showing in the previous races. It's going to get pretty gnarly.
We have 18-foot circles here. 18-foot circles.
A lot of mains left. And then we got the women's hooligan, which is awesome. I think this is a new class that we're going to be seeing this evening. It's going to be cool to see women going head-to-head out there.
Lots of action out there. You see them challenging themselves on this tight course.
I saw one of these police officers showboating with both feet on one side of the bike. I'm not sure if you noticed that, Scotty, but these guys are definitely ready to show off all their skills.
Let's hear from Diana and hear exactly what else is coming up this weekend besides the event here tonight.
Harley-Davidson 115th anniversary is here, and we're getting it started tonight with the Flat Out Friday races. Tomorrow at noon Eastern, we will be 30 miles north in Slinger, Wisconsin for the Harley-Davidson Hill Climb. 5 classes of bikes compete at Little Switzerland Ski Resort, where they have created not one, but 2 hill courses to climb. The front side with multiple jumps and a mogul field to maneuver. Then the riders move to the back side of the hill for the 35-degree angled second run to really challenge their climbing skills. Again, that starts at noon Eastern here on Facebook Live. But we're not done there. What would Labor Day weekend be without a trip to the beach? I'm talking about Bradford Beach. Harley-Davidson has spent the last week turning this popular Milwaukee beach into a racetrack for the finale of our weekend celebration. 6 classes, including the Trog 45, Brakeless, Vintage Sportster, and Hooligan, will compete on this quarter-mile oval track on the shores of Lake Michigan. The Bradford Beach Brawl starts at 6 p.m. Eastern here on Facebook. A great weekend celebration, and we are bringing it all to you here on Harley-Davidson Facebook Live channel.
Wow, that is incredible, and I cannot wait to see the hill climbing. Myself being a motocross rider, I would love to race up that hill. There's the jump, there's the moguls. some stuff that I look like I'd have a lot of fun on.
Then I would love to be on the beach tomorrow afternoon because it's going to be a lot of fun too. So the journey, both literally and figuratively, have been one wild ride for Jason Rogers. The 33-year-old Alabama native has only been competing for 2 years. He drives from race to race in a one-time juvenile corrections vehicle, but what really drives Jason is a passion for riding.
Every rider has a story. This one's just mine. 12-hour drive. I'm a journeyman electrician by trade, Wisconsin bound for the Harley-Davidson 115. Don't really have a lot of time to maintain a full-time job and travel the country, so I do odds and end jobs. Gonna go race some motorcycles. In the past 2 months, I've put 10,000 miles on my van, traveling around racing. We left Alabama yesterday at 3 o'clock, drove all the way through, made it here about 4 a.m. this morning, got a couple hours of sleep. Back here in the back, that's where I haul my bike. Up front, that's the cockpit / living room / kitchen. Doesn't have much. Got a spot up in the front where I can sleep. Got some solar panels on top so I can take my power with me and stuff, kind of live off the grid. It does have air conditioning, so kind of walking in high cotton with that. The van actually has more miles. Scarlett has more rough miles put on her. Scarlett, that's my girl. She's a 96 Sportster. It's a great bike. Somebody else, you know, it's probably just a couple $1,000 bike, you know, but to me, it's priceless. You're just looking for that perfect ride. Just really love riding motorcycles. I love everything about it. Not just the racing, getting out, just riding bar to bar down the road. That's the one thing that makes me happy. My cheeks are sore a lot of times after a race from grinning because it's fun. There's no paycheck off of this. There's no money out of it. You know, we go home broke. All the things the 12-year-old me ever wanted to do, I'm getting to do as a grown man. So it's pretty awesome.
To none other than Wheelie Wizard. You know, we got to have fun earlier. Let's tell the crowd a little bit of what happened. We got to do, I mean, you got to do wheelies. I got to be your passenger.
So you got to understand that an OGO gear bag is supposed to hold riding gear, but we can't help but put people in it. Diana, you're the next up. You got to do it again.
We hope that the camera actually sees this makeshift rope here with a military clip of some sort into an OGO bag here. And guys, actually, I'm going to take a ride. So here we go.
Diana's getting that OGO bag, Lance. You want to try this one?
No, I'm happy sitting right up here.
So
there we go. I'm going, guys.
Although my 2-year-old daughter would love that little OGO bag ride.
Absolutely. So Diana's in the back with the Wheelie Wizard. He never puts his front wheel down. He is amazing. I've known him for quite a few years. He's got such good balance.
That's incredible. Balance is hard on those little 50s.
Hang on, Diana.
Hey, guys, just to let you know, the police are right next to me. I think I might get arrested for this. It's highly illegal on the roads. Do not try this because you just don't. It's not. It's not safe on a not closed course. I think I might be going into the hay bale.
Don't hit the hay bale. So the Wheelie Wizard pulling Diana around.
I think the cop is following you.
Actually, I think the cop might be a little upset, you guys.
Uh-oh.
I think you're going to get pulled over.
All right, I'm leaning in. I'm leaning hard, you guys.
Yeah, you got to be committed.
We got some style. Oh! She left some rubber marks on the track.
We left some rubber.
Awesome.
There we go.
Oh, look at the officer
That's
doing a burnout.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
If you are watching live on Facebook, you better give a lot of likes if you can, a lot of comments about that one because I was a little scared. Wheelie Wizard, guys. Take it away.
Thanks a lot. Wheelie Wizard is awesome, dragging Diana around the floor out here at Panther Arena. Here's a look at the replay. She's a little bit sideways. She's dragging her credential and everything, Lance. Look at that.
No, it's so awesome. So awesome.
So what's going on Facebook? Check us out. Tell us what's happening.
Well, right now, it's cool just to kind of see what everyone's saying. Let me take a browse. You know, I'm getting a lot of good people kind of shouting out their friends. Joe Swinley saying, good luck, number 42, Rich Heverly in the Hooligans race. So that's a race I think everybody's excited to see, the Hooligans, and they are coming up. We're going to have some heated races with those guys.
I want these people to tell us where they're watching from. You said on the couch, you know, in their bedroom, in their garage. What country are they watching from? We're going worldwide with this, Lance.
No, there are people watching from all over the world. I got David Sprague from Huntington, Indiana. There's Simon Says. He's sitting here from New Zealand watching it live feed. So, I mean, around the world. I read places in America, and I read places, 12, 14, 15 hours away. So it's incredible to see that, that many people influenced and digging on the Harley-Davidson 115th anniversary.
And here comes the next class coming to the racetrack. This is our Mad Dog class. There are three heat races. We'll take the top 3 out of the heat races to the main. There'll be 1 semi. We'll take the top 6 out of there into the main event. Again, this is our Mad Dog class. Mad Dogs. 100 to 200 cc's, 4-stroke motorcycles. The riders must be 18 years old or older. A race for adults to be a competitive at a more affordable level than open amateur. So if you don't want to jump in with both feet and buy a big motorcycle, you can jump in, start flat track racing on this little, a smaller bike.
On your kid's motorcycle.
Yeah, borrow your son's or your daughter's motorcycle and bring it out here and race. It's open. You can sign up. You can sign up next year.
Yep. Well, no, I'm going to ride the Boonie class. Are you allowed to race 2 classes?
Yeah. I know Lady Lassen, she's running 3 different classes. So here we go. 01, Brett Henke, 11, Hitman, McManus on the 17, Charles Pipke on the 520, and Rasmussen is the last rider out there.
What do you know? One of the smallest bikes is in the lead right now. Does that prove that it's man is better than bike? Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I think it's easier to get off the starting line.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. New rider taking a look at the lead up the inside. Little bumping, little banging going on. They're rubbing elbows. So 520 was in the lead. That was Pipke. Now we've got a new leader of Henke, 01. We've already had a 01 win earlier in one of our other classes.
Yep.
Must be a popular number. I don't even see his number plate. That's how fast he is.
Exactly.
Henke's out front, Pipke's in second, Hitman's in third, and Rasmussen's in the 4th spot. Again, we'll take the top 3 riders to the main event. This is Mad Dog Heat Race number 1.
Notice as soon as Brent got past Charles, I mean, he's kind of taken off on him.
Yeah, he had 1.75 second lead the last time by in his little bitty Honda out here. He looks like he's got a Yoshimura pipe on there.
Yep.
Well, added horsepower.
I mean, look at the gap right there. It's about a half a lap, I would imagine.
Yeah. At least a straightaway lead for sure. So just past the halfway point, it's still Henke out in front. 01, he's from Madison, Wisconsin on the Honda.
And they're on their last lap right now, so it's looking pretty good for Brett.
Yeah, I think he's got it in the bag, keep it on 2 wheels. He'll put her in the main event. There's your winner. On the back wheel across the start-finish line, 01 will take the win. That is Brent Henke from Madison. Took him just a moment to get that pass, but that could possibly be our move of the race.
Yep.
We're going to have a move of the race winner coming up later on tonight. That is the Sin 3 Slick move of the race. He's taking off running. He must be coming up in another class. He's going back to get in line.
Yep.
Here's a look at your results. Brett Henke taking the win. Second is Charles Pipke. Third is Zach Hitman. Those are your transfers. The other 2 riders will have to go back to a semifinal a little bit later on. As heat race number 2 pulls to the line just like a few minutes ago. Slick move of the race. That was the Sin 3 Slick move of the race. That might be it for the, it's definitely going to be it for this race for sure. The Sin 3 Slick move of the race. Nice up the inside, taking the premier spot away from that second place and sliding that rider back to second.
Yep. And then he just took off from there.
I was told we had 3 heats of Mad Dogs, but looks like they're bringing out our next class already. Open Amateur. The Open Amateur rider's already coming out. Get this situated here in a second. 89X Robert Blasky, 73 is Chad Kenton, 84 is Ederman, 01 is Henke. He just went out there again. 707 is Lazurvik, 17L is Orloff, 19 is Schwenker, 28 Ethan White, and the 240 Jeff Wick. Here we go. Open Amateurs.
Now you notice one of the bikes out there has supermoto wheels on it, a little bit smaller, and then the other bikes have motocross wheels on it.
Okay, so this is actually an open amateur semifinal. So we ran heat races in this class earlier today. This is your semifinal. We'll take the top 3 to the main event. There are 2 semis in this open amateur class. Getting set to go. Look how many they're putting on that starting line, Lance. That's going to be like a motocross style gate. Look how tight they are.
Totally. There's going to be some banging, some elbow banging right here, bar banging. I think guys are going to get into it with each other. Should be a fun one.
Open amateur class getting set to go. Riders 12 years old have to be on a 250cc or smaller, 14 years old and older on a 450 adult frame bike with no hooligans, mostly the up-and-coming riders in flat track. And they are off of the first corner, down the back straight, actually the second corner. They're side by side for the lead.
Jeff Wick kind of lose a little traction and fall behind right there.
Eric White is out front. There's no number plates on there, but we are using transponders, so it's 28 is your leader. 240 of Wick right there in second. Are they catching up to lap traffic already?
Already, yeah. But remember, they had a staggered gate, so there was a couple guys on the second gate. They were already a little bit behind.
And it looked like there was actually a fall off, too, in that first corner, so they got up there actually right in front of the leader. So the leader's in the black leathers with the white helmet. He's caught up to the back of the pack right now. Halfway flags are out. Semi-final number 1 of our open amateur class.
Notice Jeff Wick is not letting Ethan White get away from him.
Man.
They're both riding a little sloppy. I think it's slick out there, so, you know, Jeff Wick's having to keep an eye on White, making sure that, you know, they don't run into each other.
2 laps to go. It's between White and Wick right now. We'll take the top 3 to the main event. Third place riders coming on through also. Here they come. White flag coming out. There's the white flag.
Wick's got to get on the inside and push him wide.
I think the leader, or the flagman, forgot who the leader was. It's the black guy, the black leathers right here. So according to our timing and scoring, White taking the win on the 28 bike. Yep. Wick will take second, but they haven't seen the checkered flag yet because they kind of missed each other right there. So there he goes across the finish line. On the back wheel, showing off a little bit and having some fun out here at Flat Out Friday.
That's right.
I would be too. Ethan White taking the win. Jeff Wick is second, and Belaski is third right there. And that is your 3 transfers. Oh, almost went over backwards. Up next, semifinal number 2 for our open amateur class. Let's look and see how sloppy this race was right here. Woo! Second place rider got a little bit sideways right there. There's good form right there, sliding in the first corner, barely putting your foot down, but look how loose it is and how slick it is.
I mean, that was making it real tough for Wick to try to, you know, really pinpoint how he wanted to pass him. I mean, they were just all over.
And he puts it on the back wheel. Yep. That's what, you know, racers do that.
They do that.
Got to show off a little bit here at the Harley-Davidson Flat Out Friday, celebrating 115 years of motorcycles. Harley-Davidson started back in 1903. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Sin 3. Presented by Sin 3, real, pure, genuine synthetic. Looks like the Booney class, semi 1 of 2. 99 is Bollinger, 73 is Brundridge, 315 Lapsinski, 33 and a third is Munzinger, 76 is Oliver Peck, 113 Rasmussen, 62 Jeremy Sealer, 57 Ryan Sirocco, and the 80 is Nick Whitwer.
So there was already 5 heat races of this class. It's already been brought down to 2 semis. After the 2 semis, we're going to go into the main event.
All right. I'm glad you're here keeping me in line.
Yeah.
The 99 is here all the way from Brooklyn. There's the 33 and a third. Maybe a third of a motorcycle. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
He's ready to go. Look at him.
Uh-oh, someone's got to buckle his helmet.
Oh, you got to do that.
Track safety's like, hey, put your helmet on all the way.
Put your helmet back on. Tighten it up. Tighten the strap.
I mean, I guess that's the thing is that a lot of guys, you know, in the Booney class, they kind of forget to be completely prepared because it is such a fun class.
Booney semifinal. Okay, the Booney semifinal. There are 2 semifinals. We'll take the winner from each semi to the main. It's getting tough now. You got to win your race. And the light turns green, 113 with the hole shot. Into the first corner, 33 and a third, and getting stuck in traffic. Remember the one with the big white gas tank right there in third? Lance, look at the inside move, taking over second.
Totally.
I love it.
Looks like all the guys kind of skipped the jump this time. I think they like it, but it's not the fastest route.
Rasmussen out in front. Peck right there in second on the 76 bike, and Peck's going to look up the inside. I like his Evel Knievel helmet.
It's so funny to see these guys twisting the throttle all the way.
Yeah. Turning their wrist all the way underneath the handlebar. Yep. Second place rider goes wide. Peck is out in front, pulling away. It's a 76 bike.
Yep. So one thing we can notice about these bikes is they don't have gears or a clutch. They're like centrifugal clutches. They just pull the throttle and it goes. So they can't shift either. So their power band is very long. That's why they're just wide
Leaving
open.
it wide open as long as they can. Oh, he's got a hand brake right there with his left hand. You see that? He
Yep.
doesn't have a foot brake. He's got a hand brake.
Yep. And some zip ties hanging off his bike.
Hey, whatever makes it work. Peck is out
There's a
front.
jump.
I love it. 76 out in front. Oliver Peck should be picking up the white flag this time by. Here he comes off of 4. White flag's flying. 1 lap to go for your leader. 76 of Peck. Getting some lap traffic. He's going to try to set him up.
Oh!
Man.
Cheap thrills, cheap thrills.
Checkered flag came out. I almost lost our leader right there. And our transfer is going to be the 76 of Peck. That's Oliver Peck on a custom motorcycle. I like that.
Yep. Custom Evel Knievel white.
You need one of those. I can hear him locking the brakes up going off the racetrack.
Yep.
Reaching down, turn the motorcycle off. They have to walk them through the hallways here. That's part of the rule book. So here's a look at the last lap, last corner on the replay right here. Get into the,
Whoa,
man.
That almost was.
That could have been a high side.
Yeah, it was
and
almost
you don't want to
night-night.
do that.
Yep.
Get in the back of somebody else. You usually go up and over the handlebars and put you on the ground real fast and in a hurry. So semifinal number 2 of our Bunny class coming up next. They're already out there on the racetrack checking it out. Semifinal number 2. Got a bunch of riders in this one, Lance, and only the winner goes to the main event.
That's crazy.
Man, that means all these other people are going to be fans up in the stand just like you and I are. Here's a look at the lineup. 418 is Barney. 257 is Tony Betts. The 13 is Leonard Wildrook. 73 is Fryer. 323 is Melander. 777 Mascari. 66 is McGinley. 1777 Milanowski. And the 4 of Orzumbra. Man, he's got some hard names, these riders up here from Wisconsin.
Yep, they're all from Wisconsin, and we'll see how they do. They're getting lined up right now.
So it'd be safe to say a Wisconsin rider is going to make the main out of this one?
That you have, I think, a good chance of that being correct.
Okay, perfect. Forever Two Wheels Company, I like that. On his jersey right there, he's got the Harley-Davidson number 1 on the side of his helmet.
Yep.
Staging him up. He's looking 777's ready to go. He's not even looking back. He's ready to go straight to the main event. He's focused.
Over their front end, was his bike that powerful, you think?
I don't know. That guy's got a Pat Blue Ribbon shirt on. Here we go. Getting set to go. Booney, semifinal number 2. We will take the winner only to the main. The official down there making sure their front wheels aren't across the line. We've got them staged up, ready to go. Booney, semifinal number 2. Watch for the green light. And like you said, Lance, there's no clutches, so you got to just twist that throttle and let it pull into the corner.
Number 73's, number plate's bigger than his wheels.
It sure is. Could be a little bit of a wind drag, maybe. All right.
And they're off.
Into turn number 3. It's the red, white, and blue jersey out in front. That's the Forever Two Wheels we were zoomed in on earlier with that number 1 on the side of his helmet. Out in front, Mascari is leading the way. 777's not even lifting up his left leg, keeping it out there for whatever he feels safe about. Looks like he likes riding motocross. He's got it way up to the front. In flat track lines, we try to keep it right beside us on the side of us, but these bikes are so small, I don't think it matters as much.
Yep. Yeah, you almost can't keep it to the side of you because your foot's already too close to the ground.
There's no way, right? Out in front, Mascari trying to pull away. Fryer's trying to keep him in check. Or Zumba right there in third, trying to hang on to the leaders. Halfway flags are already out, Lance. It doesn't take very long to put down some quick laps out here.
No, it doesn't. I mean, they're putting 10-second lap times down, I believe.
777's getting into some lap traffic. A little bumping, little banging going on. He got through.
Look at his muffler hanging off the back of the bike.
It looks like, well, that's his brake line hanging down. I thought it looked like a chain was hanging down, like from his wallet to his belt loop. That's what I thought it was for a second. Got an air filter hanging off the back, breather right there, crankcase cooler probably. Mascari picking up the white flag this time by. Here he comes to the white flag. Fryer's right there in second. The 173 trying to keep his leader honest. And I believe it's going to be Mascari going to win this one, going away, hands down, fist up in the air. 777. Oh, we lost one come out the final corner.
Now, one thing to notice is that these riders are actually, I see a 10-second lap time was put down there in this Booney class. And some of the other fast races were only putting 9-second lap times out there. So their pace isn't that far off of the other riders we've seen.
Looking pretty good to me. So they'll go back and regroup. We'll see the winner in the main event. There's always something going on everywhere you look around here. Here's a look at some of the replay of the 777 getting into the lap traffic. He lifts his foot up to go over the jump. And this guy's like, hey, where'd you come from?
He's like, hey, I'm lapping you.
He's probably just checking out that #1 Harley-Davidson sticker on his helmet. Checkered flag, fist in the air, red, white, and blue jersey. Oh, and there's a look at the crash right there coming out that final corner. Some pieces come flying off. So Booney semi-final #2 is in the books.
And now we're going to send it down to Diana. How's it going down there, Diana?
Oh, it's going great so far because I'm standing next to Buddy Suttle. He's a part of your hooligan class that's about to come up. Harley Hooligan, you're going out there, you're going to lay it down. I mean, you guys are going to be banging bars.
Yeah, it's going to get intense. Got to win to get in the main, so it's heated.
So how do you prepare for an event like this?
Get drunk the night before.
Okay, so that's how it is. The crowd is cheering him on. I mean, that's what he likes to do. So, hey, guys, we're going to take it back up to you.
Thanks a lot, Diana. This is our featured class. It's the Harley-Davidson Hooligan class. Riders must be 18 years old or older, 1986 or newer motorcycles, twin 750 cc's or greater motors. Bikes have stock OEM engines, street-legal frames, and no pro riders. This is the class I'd like to see you in, Lance.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, you know, they say it's a hooligan, but these guys kind of take this pretty seriously. And I know that he was just saying, you know, we go out and drink beers, which they do, but they had all day to recover. And, you know, these are heavy bikes. These are no joke. They're fast, and they take it serious.
And here we go. The riders are 003s. Jake Cook, he's from Corona, California. 44X is Gonzalez from California. 46 is Aaron Gordado. He's from Long Beach with his brother right beside 66 of Sean Gordado. He's also from Long Beach. Kilkenny's from Waukesha, Wisconsin. And the rest of the field, there's a lot of fast guys out there in this one. Again, winner only goes to the main event. Robinson's on the 333, Schultz on the 79, Gonzalez on the 44X, and they are off. Semi-final #1, winner only to the main event. Kilkenny grabs the whole shot. The 35 bike is out in front. And these are all Harley-Davidsons in this semifinal. David Kilkenny got the silver medal last year at X Games. Didn't have good luck this year. He's got that Fuel Cafe patch on the front of his leathers. It's a cool hangout right here in Milwaukee.
Yep. Now they got 6 laps to go, and only the leaders transferring. So let's see if Kilkenny can keep it on 2 wheels and keep it out front.
I believe he can. He's a very smooth rider. Looks like he dives into the corners really deep, sliding in really deep, using that left foot to lay it over and slow down, scrub some speed off into the corners. There's a good battle heating up for second place. Gordado and Vasquez going for it. Gordado hanging on to that 2 spot. Vasquez sneaking up the inside, but there, back to the leaders, the 35 of Kilkenny.
Is Gordado going to be able to catch him with this lap traffic?
I don't know. The lap traffic could
slowing
work.
him down. They're slowing him down.
He got by, but now here comes Gordado's in second. Vasquez is right there in third. Whoa, Vasquez goes wide. And maybe a two-man horse race now.
1 lap to go. I don't know. Kilkenny's probably going to be able to hang on to it.
And here he comes, last lap, last corner. Checkered flag is out. Kilkenny will get the transfer spot on his Harley-Davidson Sportster.
From start to finish, Kilkenny put it down, and it's always a bummer when you see guys like Sean right there on his tail, and he came all the way here from California, and the night is over.
And he's done for the night. We'll see him on the beach tomorrow afternoon. Kilkenny taking the win. His best lap at 9 minutes and 43 seconds. Man, that is putting down some fast laps. Gordado is second. Vasquez is third. We'll take a look at the restart.
I mean, just right off the get-go, he got in the front, and the track was wide open, and he was able to put down the fastest lap, stay smooth, and stay on 2 wheels.
Absolutely. There's the checkered flag. So is Kilkenny. Tough break for those riders from California, coming up just a little bit short. Their night ends early.
Now, remember, like I said, Kilkenny had a 9-second lap time. The Booney class had a 10-second lap time.
Well, that's how good these riders are. I mean, they're putting down some fast laps.
It's pretty incredible to see how close all the different classes are.
Semi-final #2, 71, Patrick Evans from California. 17, Sam Fisher from Wisconsin. 22 is Henley from Alabama. 142 is Holbus. 100 is McDonald. 71 is Opperman. 38 is Rydell. 50 is Vanswyk. And the 5 is Ethan White. So all Harley-Davidson's in this one. Riders from California, Wisconsin, Tennessee, and Ohio.
And we saw Ethan White out there in the Boone E class. So let's see if that's going to help him out when he's out there in the hooligan class.
I don't think it can hurt. I think the more seat time you get out there, the more comfortable you are with the track.
That's very true.
So they've sprayed down the Dr. Pepper syrup. It's sticky, but it's a little bit slick this year. 142 grabbing the whole shot into the first corner. It's Holbus. Holbus is out front. Here comes a good-looking motorcycle in second. It's the 12 bike, I believe.
Is Holbus going to be able to hold on to it like the last moto?
I don't know. Fisher's a hard charger. Fisher takes a look up the inside.
Uh-oh.
They almost make contact. That's a good-looking sport. Harley-Davidson right there. Actually, both of them, first and second, are good-looking bikes. Here comes the 17 up the inside. He's going to force his way through. Here he comes.
Fisher is on Holbus still. There he is. He got it.
All right, so new leader, 17 of Fisher.
Made it stick. Wow, these bikes are so loud right now in this arena.
You've got to finish it, though. He slips wide. Here comes Holbus back up the inside. Holbus on the 142, back to the front.
There it is. They got to stay on their toes. They're playing with each other. They just touch each other. They're going back and forth.
You've got to hang on to that low line, and now it looks like Holbus is doing so. He's letting off a little bit earlier, staying down closer to the inside where the 17 bike made his way around. Now 17 trying to go the long way.
Last lap. They got one lap. This is transferring into the main.
Here he comes.
Oh!
Watch out for the wall.
Oh!
Somehow saves it. Your winner is going to be the 142 of Holbus. Man, they're going for it right here, Lance. They're definitely going for it. They want to make the main.
Yep, Holbus was out there with the lead right away and went back and forth a couple times with Fisher, but Holbus took it home, and he's going to go to the main.
What a great race right there. That was awesome. So the 17 bike never gave up. He kept going for it, kept trying the inside, kept trying the outside, just wasn't able to make the work. And actually, he had a good save by not falling off on the back straightaway. So Holbus takes the win. He will qualify. Vancic will get second, McDonald third, Evans is fourth, Opperman, Rydell, Fisher, and Ethan White. That is your finishing order of semifinal number 2. Again, this is our premier class. There are a lot of entries today. There are 4 semifinals. We already had heat races earlier in the afternoon. Let's take a look at the replay. The 17, he knows what he had to do. This is the last lap. No, that's not the last lap. This is the last lap. No, it's not either.
No.
They keep teasing me with the replays. I'm waiting for the 17 to try that inside move, going for the win. That was a nice move right there for the 17 to get out front.
Notice the 7.
Here it is. Go ahead, Lance.
Oh.
That is where they make contact coming off the turn number 2.
I was just going to say, notice Fisher's on 17. His front end looked real soft. I don't think that was helping him get where he wanted to go in the corners.
It's probably hard to keep his front end where he wants it when it's bouncing like that. Maybe low pressure in the shock or the forks, or
yeah, maybe stiffer springs or.
All right, Hooligan semi 3 of 4. 19 is Brooks. The 21 is Hogan. 420 is Ives. 3X is Scott Jones. The 11X is Schriffler. 73, James Smith. 85 is Buddy Suttle, who Diana talked to a moment ago. 4077 is Tony Tucker. And the 09, Chris Wiggins. Again, riders from Pennsylvania, Georgia, California, Wisconsin, and Utah in this one. And again, an all Harley-Davidson semifinal number 3. So it's safe to say Harley's going to win this one, Lance?
Yeah. I think
safe bet?
Yeah, it's a safe bet for you.
Lining them up. Winner only to the main event. Keep your eyes on the 85, Buddy Suttle. Getting staged up and ready to go.
Again, I know I said these guys take it seriously, but, you know, they are hooligans, and you have guys like Scott Jones out there, number 3X. He's actually an engineer over at SpaceX.
Wow. Light turns green and they're off. Suttle with the hole shot. Will lead him down the back straightaway. Can he hang on to the lead? And the bikes are getting louder. The more bikes are out there, it's getting louder in Panther Arena for Flat Out Friday.
Looks like Buddy's kind of going to run away with this one. He's already got a good lead on everybody. And we'll see if he can keep it on 2 wheels. He'll probably be able to take it home.
Schriffler right there in second. Jones in third. Tucker is still in fourth with Ives in fifth. Suttle's got a Monster Energy sticker on his helmet. He's getting in some lap traffic. He made short time of them. That didn't take him very long. Just past the halfway point is Suttle out in front. Schriffler's keeping him honest, though. It looks like Schriffler's close. Oh! Suttle goes down.
Now he hit his head real hard on that one.
Yeah,
I hope we can watch a replay at the end of the race.
The front of his helmet actually hit the concrete down here.
Yep.
So now your leader's the 11X of Schriffler. That puts Jones in second, Brooks in third, so everybody moves up a spot.
Well, like I said, as long as he can keep it on 2 wheels, he's going to probably win this. And it's almost like he beat himself. You know, it was his fault.
And checkered flag is out. There's your winner. Schreffler will take the win. Tough break right there for the 85 of Buddy Settle from Huntington Beach, California. Another California putting it in the hauler.
Yep.
Man.
Well, we'll see him tomorrow. We'll see him tomorrow.
That's true. But they're done for the night. If you don't win your semifinal in the hooligan class, you are done for the night. So your winner, Settle, Schreffler. Incorrect. I'm sorry. Schreffler takes the win. So Settle, he's back their ways. Now they're getting corrected up here. Scott Jones is second. Alex Brooks is third. Tucker fourth. Wiggins, Ives, Hogan, Smith, and Buddy Settle down 3 laps. Will settle for 9th place tonight. We'll see him tomorrow.
There it is. Watch his head. Watch his chin hit the ground hard.
And this right here is, Lance, this is why you wear the best safety equipment you can.
Yep, and what it was, it looked like either his peg or his clutch area, primary, dragged on the ground, lifted up his rear end, started to slide out. And he was fully committed for the corner, and that's why he didn't put his hands down. He was ready to keep going.
Absolutely. So tough break for him. Now we're on to our 4th and final semifinal of the hooligan class. Getting set to go, our hooligans. 22.
So this one's got the Mark Atkins in there, so Rusty Butcher, crowd favorite.
22 is Atkins, 33 is Chris Hansen, 7 is Hicks, 51 is Holstein, 182 is Hunter Klee, 74 is Orloff, and 24 TJ Tucker, and 27 Josh Young. Another semifinal of all Harley-Davidson's riders from California, Wisconsin, Alabama, and Utah, and one from Ohio. There's the rider you were talking about, Lance, 22.
Yep. Rusty Butcher, crowd favorite. He's won here at the Flat Out Friday before. It looks like he's got his cell phone out there. I'm not sure if he's taking phone calls right now.
Maybe not, or maybe he's just doing some live video feed and probably put it on his social media. Getting set to go, the Butcher. Oh, Butcher gets a bad start. He's going to have to come from way back. 182 grabs the whole shot.
Rusty Butcher is down.
Uh-oh. They're still green, so it's a 182 in the lead. Hunter Klee is out front, so Rusty Butcher's at the tail of the lead lap. Here comes the 24. That's Tucker sneaking a peek up the inside.
Is Rusty Butcher going to be nice and let the guys by, or is he going to start going fast and not let them get by him?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I mean, you want to be in the main event, but you also know the fast guys are coming through, and he does the right thing. He pulls out of the way. Yeah, he pulls out of the way, lets the 2 leaders go by. Klee is out front, 182, showing the way. Hunter Klee. Oh!
Did you see how much he stayed on it and just kind of slid around?
All the way around. I hate when that happens. 182 out front. Hunter Klee from La Crosse, Wisconsin.
I think what we're noticing tonight is the track is a lot more slick than these guys are used to. It's really about good throttle control and being really patient with your bike.
What we've also noticed too, Lance, is it's not taking rubber like it normally does. They said they had the same issue in Cleveland. We're using Dr. Pepper syrup, the same stuff we've used before. Some people are saying it's because of the humidity in the air. I'm not real sure, but that's what the consensus is.
Yep. Yeah, normally you'd see the track get a lot more black marks on it. Hunter Klee still out front, though.
1 lap to go for the 182. Hunter Klee from La Crosse, Wisconsin, over by the Minnesota state line. And there's your winner, pulling the front wheel up in the air on the Harley-Davidson Sportster 182. Hunter Klee will take the win at semifinal number 4.
Wow, it's such a bummer to see Mark Atkins not be able to make it into the main, you know?
Looking over my shoulder, I kind of cheated, but Atkins threw it away again going into the pit area. So tough break for Rusty Butcher.
You see him picking it up right there.
Yeah, I was cheating a little bit, sorry.
We'll probably see some better results out of him when we get to the hill climb or the beach racing.
That's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. I'm jealous. Can I stay here too?
No, you have to go over and announce another event.
Oh, I'm going to Springfield, Illinois. There's a Grand National short track tomorrow night and a mile on Sunday, and that's the 100th running of the Springfield Mile. This, though, is the 115th celebration of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Let's take a look at the replay. The 24, the back end just comes around on him right there.
He just stayed on the bike the whole time. You saw his foot kind of just get bent, and just kept spinning.
So here's one more look from up above. This is from right behind us, actually. The lead, you see the rubber mark, so you called it. He stayed on the gas, trying to keep it going the right direction. That left it wide open for the 182 Hunter Klee to win that one.
Yep. Took it away.
Look at that motorcycle.
Piece of art right there.
Is that yours?
It's not mine. I would like to ride it.
Coming up next is our wheelbarrow race, and that is presented by Built Well Helmets. The wheelbarrow race is something I've never seen before. It's a human wheelbarrow. So one person hangs onto the axle It's sticking all the way through, and then another person runs behind them holding their legs, and it's a one-lap race right here. So, again, it's sponsored by Biltwell helmets. They're all wearing protective helmets, and I highly recommend it. This is going to be fun.
Shoot,
So Diana's going to be down there with us. We're going to hear her talking about the race. Diana, what's happening down there on the track?
All right, guys, well, I'm giving you the play-by-play down here on the course, and it looks like they're stretching out. You know, this is going to take a lot of human connective tissue is what I'm thinking. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to tell you guys the breakdown. We have our current racers right now that are lining up with the tires and the Biltwell helmets. We have a Blondie, we have a guy with a bronze helmet on. We got some of our Harley-Davidson Freedom interns. It looks like Alejandro. And then we have a couple more guys, and they all have our beautiful Biltwell helmets. Oh boy, the blonde girl is off. And okay, number 44, Jacobson, is the guy who's holding her legs. And I'll tell you what, I think he's racing in tonight's events because he is serious about winning this. Woo!
Full motocross boots too, running.
Full motocross boots. He has his
duct
tape on.
He's
now
walking
he's
across
walking
the finish
because
line.
he knows that he's winning. So basically, she has strong arms, a wonderful helmet. Everyone else eats it at the finish line. And let's go in for an interview.
Getting right in there, Diana.
Have fun.
All right, you guys. So you have just won the Wheelbarrow Challenge. Gorgeous girl right here. The number 44, Jacobson. I mean, you were walking at the end because you knew you had it.
Yeah, basically we got the whole shot and checked out. You know, that's what we train to do. And we work harder for this race right here than we do for any other race all year. So this is a big deal.
So what kind of preparations did he have you going through to prepare for this?
We've been training all year. We've been in the gym doing push-ups, pull-ups, running, everything. That's so important to us.
Well, she made it happen. The both of them made it happen. Now we're going to move on to the kids' race. Guys, congratulations, taking a solid victory here tonight. Flat Out Friday. That
was awesome, man. That Biltwell helmets human wheelbarrow race, and that's Dan Jacobson. He'll be racing in the Hooligans a little bit later on. He looks like he's already sweating. He must have already raced, but we'll see him a little bit later on. Now we got the kids' race coming up next, and this was probably the most popular race we had back in February.
Yep. We have a bunch of kids out there getting to kind of prep themselves for when they can get on a dirt bike or a motorcycle themselves and race this race.
So they'll get their chance to go around this racetrack just like all the other classes are, as the wheelbarrow race contestants are going off the racetrack. Let's go to Diana down there. Diana, tell us about the kids' race.
Scotty, Lance, some very talented. This is what makes Harley-Davidson Flat Out Friday a family event, is a lot of these guys show up here, a lot of these gals show up here with their kids, and they get to bring their bikes. You know, usually they roll around these in the pits waiting for mom and dad, hanging out when their heat goes. Well, we have their own heat now. Very special. We're going to see what these kids can put down. Guys, what do you think about this? This is so fun.
This is a little bit different kind of horsepower.
It is. It's pedal.
Pedal power.
Pedal power. Hashtag pedal power.
I like it. Got some serious contenders out there. They all have their helmets strapped on tight and getting ready to go. It's a full starting line.
Big age bracket right there as well. You see little kids.
She's focused. Look at that. Look at that. She is super focused. She has her purple helmet on. Here comes a couple more riders. Uh-oh.
And they're off.
They're going. Light turns green. Oh! Rider got a little loose. Rider got a little bit loose. Oh, Kevin Clark's, he's leading right. Hey, Kevin, no! He's trying to stop him. Say, hold on.
Oh.
Red means stop. Whoa, Nelly.
That was a false start.
Okay, so somebody took off too soon.
Once one person took off, the rest of them were like, well,
yeah,
I'm going.
I'm going too. If they win, I'm going. So, man, there's a lot of action happening here. This is one of the favorite classes with the crowd for sure. The kids class, they go one lap just like our wheelbarrow race did. So Diana's down there on the starting line. Diana, we had a false start. Did somebody take off too soon?
Yeah, you know, the number 1, she's wearing the 1 on the backside, but she actually, yep, there you go. You see her getting backed up right now. She has the 35 plate. You know, she just jumped the gun a little too much, but she did get a solid lead. I wouldn't be surprised if as soon as we get a green flag again, we see her shoot towards the front of the pack. We shall find out. And not only that, guys, we had a couple stragglers coming out of the tunnel. So now it'll be a nice fair race that everyone's out here.
Look at that, number 8's waving to her mom. Looks like another little girl out there. Same jersey as the second row. Here they go. Diana, take it.
Yes, the number 35 comes from the back. She's making her way through the pack, but currently in the first position is the number 9 with the black hoodie, blue and black helmet on. Oh, wait, look at number 1 comes around the outside. She's bringing it home. She really wants to take that win, you guys. Here she comes. She's closing the gap. Man, that Dr. Pepper syrup is hooking up those tires. Look at, she takes no prisoners. She's inches away.
Wow.
White flag is out.
One more lap to go.
I mean,
man,
this is intense.
She's
35.
gotta get him. There she is.
Off the
Right
inside.
Oh!
The second place rider doesn't even look like he's pedaling. I think
No,
he's got a little electric bicycle.
Yeah.
Checkered flag.
Yeah.
So not only does she get a penalty from the red flag, but she makes it through the thick of the pack and she comes out on top.
So awesome to see.
Great racing out there. Still wrapping up this race. They're all the way around the track right now. Number 1's going to go down there and talk to Diana. We'll talk to them. We want to see what they look like without their helmets right now, trying to get those kids gathered up. It's just like herding cats. Lance, have you ever tried to do that?
Yeah, no, I have not.
How many kids do you have? Just one?
Oh, kids? I got 1 kid, but you said herding cats,
I
right?
did, yeah. Herding cats. I was just saying, but you know how hard it is just to keep up with one kid.
Yeah, one
so
kid's hard enough.
This many, it's like herding cats right here.
What's going on?
Oh,
man. Track meeting.
She's going a little prep, talking it over right there. Diana, take it away.
We are here with Morning, and you know what? I loved your helmet. You were my pick of the night. How was it out there on the course?
Good.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Did you like riding your bike out there? You got the Barbie bicycle edition. Okay, who else do we got here? Okay, you took the victory even after having a penalized start. Are you feeling pretty good?
Yeah.
Tell us about it. Let's walk us through the race. That was some serious strategy.
He was a little hard to pass, but it had the line, so I had it.
Guys, give it up. Not only a penalized start, but then takes the win. Congratulations, high five. There we go. Guys, congratulations to all of you. Scotty, Lance, take it away.
What a great race out there. And
wait, I'm coming on back actually because we had a wonderful day yesterday at the Harley-Davidson Museum. You guys got to put your eyes on the screen. We're talking to people about their first Harley-Davidsons. Sorry about that.
My first Harley was a 2002 Ultra Classic in pearl white. It was beautiful.
My first Harley was a 2014 Heritage Softail.
2004 Wheel Drive.
Is a 1951 Panhead.
My first Harley was a 2014 Street Glide.
My first Harley is this trike right here.
Well, my first official Harley was in 1991. I bought it at the height when Harley was just really starting to come on, and it was an Ultra Classic, and I've had 9 of them since.
My first Harley, my first Harley was was actually when I was 16, right when I can get my license. I made a custom Harley. It was a rigid, and it had an Evo engine in it, and I used to ride it so much that the gas tank would fall off. I mean, I built it myself. And then finally, in 2013, I bought a Dyna. I still have that Dyna. I love it. It is tried and true. I've ridden to Sturgis on it. It's never going to leave my garage. I'm going to own it and give it down to my kids. Love it. Love my bike. I'm really curious who's watching this right now on Facebook Live. What was your first bike? Do you have a bike? Do you want to buy a bike? What are you looking to get?
My first bike was the 100th anniversary. It's a Softail Deuce, the black and gold. It was beautiful. I didn't want to let it go. I let it go. I got 2007 Harley-Davidson Street Glide, so that's what I have right now, and I don't even want to let that one go.
Yep.
All right, let's go trackside with Diana.
Guys, you know what? The first Harley that I got to ride was a 98 Softail Custom. It was my mom's, and I'm not going to lie to you. I stole it at midnight. But anyways, I'm standing next to Bridget Whitwer. Amazing story that she has. She was here at Flat Out Friday back in February of this year. Tell us the story, because you were just watching the races, and now here you are. Look, you're getting ready to race.
Yeah, so I was at Flat Out Friday last February up in the cheap seats, and I saw the Mad Dog class, which is the 125 or less youth stock frames, and I was like, oh my goodness, I could do that, and I want to do that. So that's why I'm here.
And not only that, you have a child, from what I heard, son, daughter?
Yep, my little son, LJ's 3.
And she is putting it down, representing for us moms out there. Give a big round of applause for Miss Bridget here. Stay safe out there. Thank you so much for coming out to Flat Out Friday.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited.
All right, guys, take it away, because we're getting ready to go back to racing.
That is so awesome that she went from the stands last race, and now she's out there racing. I've been saying this every time I come here. I'm going out for the Boonie class. I hope someone lets me do it as well. But I'm back here on Facebook Live, and I am reading a couple people, all their bikes that they got. Eric Edwards' first bike was a 1994 Electric Glide. Ricardo Marino, my first bike was a Sportster 2005 1200 Custom XL. So cool to see riders on here watching the show that had started with Sportsters or started with road glides. I'm seeing tons of different years. 2006 from Eric Sterner. I even saw a 1958 Sportster from Rich Kreider. So it's just cool to see so many different year bikes. And again, Harley's been around for 115 years. It's incredible. And imagine to think, who bought a bike back 115 years ago, and could you imagine what they would talk about Harley today? It's got to be incredible.
Incredible. So it's time for our brakeless main event. And in the rules for this class, there are 4-stroke motorcycles, no brakes, no suspension. The bikes are 1981 or earlier. We saw their heat race just a few moments ago, and they're getting staged up for their main event. And against the brakeless riders, 618 is Christopher Zielinski, 26 is Chuck Dickinson, 78 years young, 15 is Scott Johnson, the 49 is Kendall Lutchman, 996 is Dan Slavodnik, and the 311 Warren Heyer. Getting set to go. Main event for our brakeless competitors. They're gonna have to rely on stopping, letting off the throttle a little bit early, using the back pressure to slow them down. Take it nice and easy into the corners, and then get on the throttle coming off the corners. You can see him keeping that thing running right there. He's got BSA Tank on there. On our entry list, he's listed on a Harley-Davidson, but the Honda will be on the pole. It's a 618. He won the heat race. That's Christopher Zielinski. Here comes the youngster, Chuck Dickinson, 78 years young. Those Max leathers, red, white, and blue. Looking evil style. There's the 15 pulling up third, Scott Johnson. Remember, he was in the lead in the heat race. There's the 49 of Lutchman, 996 Slavodnik, and on the outside, 311 of Heyer. This is main event style right here at the 115th celebration of Harley-Davidson, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Getting set to go. Main event for the brakeless bikes. 311 with the whole shot from the outside. Here comes the 26 up the inside, but it's the 311 out in front.
So awesome to see. I was noticing a lot of these guys, look, he's got a shifter on his tank. These bikes are so old, it was before they had foot controls necessarily.
Hand shifters. Oh, looked like he caught his foot a little bit. Here comes the youngster up front. Number 26, 78 years old, Chuck Dickinson from Wisconsin takes the lead.
Oh yeah, it's so good to see the oldest rider out there banging bars for the lead.
And now the 618 on that Honda taking over the lead. He's on the inside, leaves Chuck on the outside. Whoa! That thing stood him straight up quickly. Yeah, now here comes the 311 bike that was up there earlier. He's back in the thick of things. It's a three-way battle for the lead.
Let's go, let's go. Are we going to see anybody play mean? There you go. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! He's down.
Got into the back tire and went down. 311 might have had the move of the race, taking the lead, but then the 618 threw it away, going for the lead. So it's the 311 out in front. Warren Heyer, Lannon, Wisconsin out in front. They keep going. Again, they keep going until they see red or checker. Looks like he's kind of on cruise control right now, the 311. The 26 is still right there. Chuck Dickinson trying to make things happen.
Come on, Chuck. I want to see you on the top of the podium.
Here he comes. He's up the inside. He gets by the lap rider. And he gets by the
leader.
Whoa!
Running him wide. Come on, Chuck. You got this.
Whoa, watch out.
There he is. Chuck, the oldest rider out there in the lead.
Taking the lead.
Uh-oh, is somebody hurt? I think we might have a bad injury.
Watch out. We'll keep on going until we see red or checkered. That's who the 311 got into. The rider that went down, the 618.
Yep. White flag for Chuck Dickinson. Come on, Chuck, you got one more lap. Let's make history
78
here.
years old. I sure hope Diana gets to interview this guy.
This is incredible.
Checkered flag right there.
Chuck.
78 years old.
Good job.
Good news is 618 gets back on his feet. A crowd comes to their feet here in Milwaukee. 78 years old. 26 taking the win, Chuck Dickinson. Remember, we talked to him on our way up here to the booth and asked him how old he was. I don't know if he exactly heard my question because I heard 70 and I heard 78.
Either way, he's in his 70s.
He's
and
an old
he just
dude.
went out there
and he just won flat out Friday.
Yep, in a main event, and I know there was guys that are half his age that couldn't keep up with his pace.
Chuck Dickinson, your winner. Kendall Lutchman is second. Slavodnik is third. Warren Hyatt fourth, and Scott Johnson fifth. And we'll take a look at the accident. This was the battle. Oh, this is the leader when he gets into the right. Oh, he gets into the wall. Watch out.
Wow. And
I
see
think
him
that might be the
him?
move of the race right there. We'll have to wait and see. That one was awesome. That might be the Sin 3. Oh, see, he got into the rider that was leading earlier.
Right into his arm.
That was the 618. So that, my friends, might be the Sin 3 slick move of the race. It might be the slick move of the night. We'll have to wait and find out at the end of the night. Man, that was our brakeless main event. They're going fast here in Milwaukee.
Well, I'm hoping for the rider down. It looked like his hand got ran over maybe. So definitely praying for him and that nothing too critical happened. He's just got a bruise.
He's getting a little bit of attention right now. They're also doing some work on the track right now, trying to get this little slick spot off of the racetrack right now. Everybody's all over social media, hitting us up, following us on Facebook Live. There's everybody. And their name is here. There's also lots of cool action at the museum. You went down there last night.
I love the museum. I mean, I've been to Harley probably 10, 15 times now. I go to the museum every time I'm here because there's always something new. Love it.
So the crowd's cheering because the young guys walking. There's a look at the museum right now. There's a concert going on. There are bikes lined up down the streets. Man, what a cool event here, celebrating 115 years of Harley-Davidson. That's a look at the museum down here closest to us. That's a live shot just down the road at the Harley-Davidson Museum. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Chuck.
He is right there in the middle of the track.
I see a ton of fans on Facebook stoked for the old dude. Brent Elliott, hell yeah, old dude.
Right on, there he is.
It's incredible. Everyone's kind of getting into it and stoked for Chuck. Martina Barrera, way to go, Chuck.
I think they sent him out here for an interview. I'm not sure where Diana's at, but he's down here waving at the crowd. The crowd went nuts when he won. Brakeless main event winner, number 26, Chuck Dickinson.
Where's Diana at? We got to have her talk to him.
I don't know. Hopefully she can make her way down. Chuck's right there in the middle of the track. Sounds like the bikes are already fired up for our next class.
So, you know, the thing about Chuck is that inside, deep inside, he's young.
That's right.
You know, and he's staying young by doing things like this. I'm sure he could run circles around, you know, kids that are 15 years old.
Absolutely. So he's still got a smile on his face, and he's doing what he loves. Up next is our Hooligan JV main event, ladies and gentlemen. Same rules as the Hooligan class. Getting set to go with our JV Hooligan. A little bit different. 04 Samson Bell, 315 is Lapsinski, 70 is Gregory Nelson, 715 is Rouse, 17X Samuelson, 81 is Schwenker, 19 is Stein, 603 is Swislowski, 618 is Zielinski. Harley-Davidson's in this one. Hooligan JV class.
Again, I'm watching this stuff on Facebook, and it's just so cool to see everybody coming together and so stoked on Chuck. Like Terry Tilley said, 78 years young, it's just a number.
That's right. So the riders are 18 years old or older, 1986 or newer, twin 750s, and no pros. And these are actually riders with 2 years or less race experience. This is kind of like junior varsity hooligan. That's what we're going to call it. They haven't quite made it up to the big hooligan class. This is the JV hooligan class, the up-and-coming riders. Less than 2 years racing experience on a hooligan.
That's the class that I get to race.
Next year.
Yep.
Who's going to announce with me?
I'm going to put the mic on and be out there with the mic and my helmet.
I like it.
Explaining exactly how it is. I'm going to actually ask if I can do that.
That'd be some real color commentating.
Yep.
Samuelson out in front, Steinke right there in second as they make another lap. It's the hooligan JV main event. Steinke in second, Schwenker in third, Zielinski right there in the fourth spot. 8 laps to go. This is a long one.
This is. It's really going to put them through it. They got to get ready for the real hooligan class.
Absolutely.
I mean, this one isn't fake, but, you know, the next level.
Yeah. A little more experience, guys. There's a look at the 17X. He's getting into some lap traffic. He's got his sleeves rolled up. He means business. Look, his beard's going around the back of his helmet just like when you're out there on the street.
Yep.
This is Bubba on the back of his jersey. I like that, too.
But the thing that I'm noticing is Josh Samuelson, he's still putting down 9-second lap times. The hooligans were putting down 9-second lap times.
Wow.
I think he needs to get out there with the hooligan class. Is he sandbagging?
He might have to move up pretty soon, but look how low that back tire is on that 17X. I think the low tire pressure is enables him to get better traction coming off the corners.
Yep.
19 making a move for the lead, getting a little bit sideways. This is the battle for the leads. They caught up to some lap traffic.
Uh-oh.
Battle for the leads heating up. The 19 is there. Bubba got by the lap traffic. That rear tire looks almost flat, though.
Maybe it is flat.
Maybe just on the bottom. Good look at it. Zoom in right there. It's the last lap. Hooligan JV main event. Double checkered flag coming out. There's your winner. Bubba Samuelson taking the win. There's a good battle across the line for everybody else. Steinke will get second. Zielinski is third. Schwenker is fourth. And unofficially, I got Bell in the fifth spot. All Harley-Davidsons out here in the Harley Hooligan JV main event, throwing up the hang loose sign right there. Look at the beard hanging out.
Yep.
Fear the beard.
Fear the beard.
Samuelson taking the win. Steinke is in second. Zielinski is third. Schwenker is in fourth. And Samson Bell is fifth. Everything just got adjusted a little bit. I think they added Adam Rouse up there to fifth spot. Sawinski down to seventh is Bell. And now let's go down to Diana.
Chuck Dickinson, I didn't get a chance to talk to you earlier, but oh my God, the things that you put your body through, and look, here you are, you're standing, walking, no problem getting back on that bike. You're amazing.
Well, it was a lot of fun. These guys are very competitive. The floor turned on just perfect for me, and just a lot of fun. 3 years, the third year I've been here, the other years I've been out in the hay bales and never finished, so I was just wanted to finish tonight. This is just super, and just all these people here.
Well, everybody is cheering for you. That's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's just thank you for the interview.
Well, you're very welcome, Chuck Dickinson. One more round of applause, you guys, just showing that age, there's no limit.
Absolutely. Age is just a number, Lance.
Yep. He did it. We heard that before.
Absolutely.
Again, I want to kind of go back to Facebook Live. I'm seeing Brad Galloway asked us, what are they racing on exactly? So for those of them that are tuning in right now that didn't get to hear the intro, they're racing on, well, it's a polished concrete, which is the standard floor of an arena like this. And they're actually spraying soda pop all over the floors.
Just the syrup.
Just the syrup.
Right.
Just to get a tackiness. Imagine when you step on syrup and it goes sticky on your shoe. Well, that's what they're riding on out there. So it is sticky, but then again, add in horsepower, add in speed. They're laying the bike sideways, and there could be some areas of this track that aren't as sticky as others.
And it depends on where they're riding at, too. I think the more they ride on that Coke syrup, the more they ride on that Coke syrup, the stickier it'll get. That's Kevin Clark right there spraying the Coke syrup. I've heard it's Dr. Pepper syrup. Whatever syrup they use this year, that's what they spray on the floor. It's like a fine mist. Where that lands, it's got little speckles, and then you step on it, and you can feel it. It almost, in years past, it almost pulled your shoes off. Yep. They sprayed a little bit lighter this time. It's still got some tackiness, but when you get off the racing surface, it's a little bit slick out there.
Yep.
Up next is our bike build main event. This is a fun class. If you weren't here earlier, the rules are Milwaukee High School have 100 days to build a Honda CL or CB 175 flat tracker, and they are off in a hurry. 35 is Ezra Brewski, 83 is Chadwick Dennis, the 11 is Patrick Michaud, 07 Kristen Lassen, that's Lady Lassen, a 65 Stephanie Herbs. Those are the riders in this one.
Ezra Brusky, he's the one that pulled away in his heat, and now it looks like he's doing it again in the main.
I've actually called a lot of his races. He races this All-Star National Flat Track Series as well as the Steve Nace Racing Series. And Ezra Brewski, man, he is fast. He's from Wisconsin, and he's so smooth out there.
Yep.
And he got to build that bike himself in school.
Uh-oh, rider down. I'm wondering if we got that on film. I'd like to see what happened.
Chadwick Dennis lost it over here in turn number 2. He's walking it back to the pit area. Only 3 bikes left on the racetrack. Brewski is out in front, Michaud in second, and Lady Lassen right there in third. She's a mechanic herself. She's a motorcycle mechanic, and she's awesome.
Yep, well, all of these riders, I think, were mechanics on these bikes.
Absolutely, they got to build their own stuff, exactly. Brewski out in front, kind of on cruise control right now. He's catching up to the back of the pack.
Again, I want to, the viewers that are watching this right now, these riders had to build these bikes in school, and they got to bring them here.
The teams had the same budget, work with volunteer mentors. The bikes are judged on appearance, performance, and of course, racing ability. Battle right here is, it looks like Brewski's gotten by both of the lap riders. That's the 11 of Patrick Michaud in second. Lady Lassen right there. That's Kristen Lassen in third on the number 07 bike. 2 laps to go for your leader, Ezra Brewski. He's in the 9-second range as well. Yep. Lance, I see you checking out the lap times.
I'd like to see every 9-second rider get out there. Doesn't matter what bike you're on. There could be a hooligan bike. There could be a boonie bike. There could be these built bikes. It would be cool to watch. And there we are with the checkered flag. Brewski takes it away for the win. Like I said at the beginning, at the start, he did that in his heat, and he did it again in the main.
Ezra looked really strong out there on the 35 bike. Second is the 11 of Patrick Michaud. And third is Kristen Lassen. Of course, they call her Lady Lassen on social media. Ezra's got to go jump on the next bike. I thought he was going.
All right, so here's that wipeout that I was hoping to see. Let's check this out. Number 83 on the blue bike.
So this is going for that second spot.
Oh,
man.
Again, it's that clutch side of the bike, touching the ground, and lifting the rear wheel off the bike. So I think one thing we're noticing is you want to lean it over to get around the corner, but you got to be careful, and you can't lean it over too much. That's what happens when you're in these small arenas.
Yeah, the back end lifts up, and the back wheel comes around. So looks like our hooligan main event's going out there onto the racetrack. We'll try to find our start list up here where we're at.
Again, you can hear these bikes in our microphones and how loud it is and the energy in this arena right now.
Well, this is actually the open amateur main event, so let me get situated up here. There's your starting lineup. 89X is Blasky. 07 Ezra Brewski going back-to-back. 93 is Jeff Johnson. 90 is Brady Lang. 08 Zaria Martins, a female rider. 75 is Jacob McCutcheon. 06 Laurel Prock. 77 Marcus Rochlow. 95 Nathan Walschlager. 28 Ethan White. 240 Jeff Wick. And the 110 is Weingear. And here we go. Brewski's going back-to-back. This is our open amateur main event. Excitement levels picking up out here. Definitely the racing's picking up. There's more bikes on the racetrack. It's getting super exciting out here at Flat Out Friday. Light turns green, they're off. Oh. Down the back straightaway, it's a 90 bike out in front. That is Lang. Brady Lang is out front, number 90. Growing up, his amateur number was 00. Well, he starts moving up. He can't be 00 at the pro level, so he's put on 9 in front. So Brady Lang is out front. The 06 is right there second. It's Laurel Prack. And then Ezra Brewski's right there in the third spot, who just won that last group.
Yep. Now these riders are down to an 8-second lap time.
So they're picking up. Rider in third just went down over there coming off the last corner. Still the 90 bike out front. Looks like his leg's trapped underneath the bike. You see his foot's underneath the foot peg. That's a tough break for him. We'll try to pick up. See that back wheel still spinning. Be careful. There's a look at your leader, Brady Lang. His brother will be racing tomorrow at Springfield. Oh, now the red flag is out. All right.
I think he was just too unsafe to have the rider in the middle with all the track maintenance out there.
He was right there in turn 4, right on the racing surface, so tough break for him. Ezra stops over there to talk to him, say, hey, man, that's good sportsmanship right there. Say, hey, I didn't mean to put you down. We'll take a look at the replay right here. Watch the battle for second coming into turn number 3. 07 goes up. Oh, so he hit the inside turn poles, right? See, there's little discs right there.
Yep.
07 hit those, and that lifted his front wheel up, and he got in to the 06 right there. So 06 puts his hand up as he's going down. It's Laurel Prack, and again, he was trapped underneath that motorcycle. That's why the red flag came out.
Was it good sportsmanship, or was he over there yelling at him, go, hey, dude, calm down?
I think he was like, hey, man, sorry. You know, I'm sure they'll get to see it later and watch it later and regroup, but I think he is good sportsmanship. I know Laurel's a great kid, and he went over there to make sure his buddy was all right. And I know these guys race each other all the time. And, man, it's a tough break for him. So,
uh-oh, gas or oil on the track.
That's going to make a slick spot right there. I don't know if they can see it. They're staging them up. Okay, so the bikes are getting hot. See, what's happening right now is they're just sitting there while they're idling. There's no fans, so the bikes are starting to get hot. If they get hot, they're going to overheat, which will put, fluid on the track. So they don't want the bikes to get too hot. So they're going to line them up now and restart it. Again, you got to get the air going through the radiators. There's no fans on these bikes, because that takes away horsepower or whatever they believe. But they're motocross bikes, no fans.
They're made to go.
Exactly. You got to keep moving. So, we're going to have a staggered restart, just like we do on the Grand National circuit.
Notice they found that oil. If you look on your upper left-hand corner, they're cleaning up that oil off the track.
They must have saw it on the big screen. Diana, what you got down there?
You guys, I'm just hanging out trackside with Cowboy Cerrone. Big round of applause for this UFC fighter. I mean, you're the epitome of a cowboy. You like to ride Harleys, you go out on boats, you ride horses, you do it all.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. I tried to get out here and do this, but they wouldn't let me, so.
That's right, but you did something yesterday, right? Didn't you? Oh, yeah, that's right. He got down with the interns. But anyways, you're having a great weekend at the 115th anniversary. How was it on that new Harley yesterday or today?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, getting a chance to get out and ride with a bunch of Harleys I love. So it's cool to be here and be part of this weekend.
All right, well, keep an eye out on this guy, Cowboy Cerrone in the UFC. Honored to have a man like that here tonight. Guys, back up to you.
And she gets to talk to all the cool people.
Yeah, I know. We're stuck up here, and she's down there having a good old time. She got to ride in an OGO bag.
Yeah, we didn't get to do that. We'll have to do a contract different next year. So we're having a staggered restart, ladies and gentlemen. They started this quite a few years ago on the AMA Grand National Flat Track Circuit. We do it on the AFT circuit as well. And Lance, this way, if the rider in front of you doesn't get going, you don't run right into their back tire. So you're staggered just a little bit sideways. Again, it's for safety.
Yep, and it's fair to where they were in the last race before it got red flag.
Absolutely. So you see Ezra's right there talking to Brady Lang. Brady Lang's on that 90 bike. Second is the 07 right now is Ezra Brewski. Johnson's right there in the third spot. That's Jeff Johnson from Edina, Minnesota. Lining them up. So the rider that brought the red flag, he's a few laps down. They're going to revert back at least one lap, but he's probably still going to be laps down, but he'll get the restart. He'll be at the tail end of the field.
Yep.
They keep bringing us more races, Lance, but I don't think we have this many left.
Well, let's see. We got a couple left, but obviously I'm looking forward to seeing the hooligan racing, the goofball racing, pro racing.
I like to see the women's main event, too.
Yep.
5 laps complete, 7 laps to go. Open amateur main event. 12-lap main. Oh, look, he's telling them, scoot them back, scoot them back.
Their bikes are all getting hot. I heard they started them.
Yep. There's some fluid getting out there on the track, so that'll make a nice slick spot. Yeah, they're cleaning it up right now, so getting them staged up. Brady Lang out there. His brother Park will be racing at the Grand Nationals this weekend. Ezra's right there in second. He won the last class, and there you can see they've got to be careful how they get that off the track, too, because if they wipe it too much, it takes the sticky stuff off, which will make a slick spot. So it's either way. If it's wet, it's slick. If they dry it too much, it's going to be slick. So you got to do it just right.
Riders are probably getting hot in there in their helmets. You can see them breathing.
Yep.
They just want to race. Let us go.
Give us the green flag. We want to race. Flat Out Friday here in Milwaukee, the 115th celebration. Big festival up here in Milwaukee. Tonight we're at Panther Arena, downtown Milwaukee, University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Did you know the Milwaukee Bucks won an NBA championship in this building?
I heard that this morning. It's incredible. It's so cool to see it. So many different sports have gone on in this arena.
And they're set to go. Here we go. Watch the light. Oh. Restart. Open amateur main event. Watch the light. Clutches are out. Brady Lang grabs the hole shot. Brewski's right there. Brewski looks up the upset. Big pile up over here in the first corner.
I hope it's not a red flag.
Oh my, a big pile up, and there is a red flag.
Oh.
This one's getting a little crazy. These open amateur riders are the next move for these riders is to move to pro. So they're out here trying to make a name for themselves. You know, this event's about fun, but they're out here going for it, that's for sure. So 2 riders going down. It's the 95 and the 10.
Something that I just learned after looking at Facebook right now, I'm not sure if it's true or not. I mean, you don't believe everything you read on the internet, but Jim Mc... Oh,
look at the replay first, real quick. The crowd's making some noise. We're looking at the replay. Oh, 95 got into the back of the 10. One rider goes up and over.
Jeff Wick went up and over him like a speed bump. Watch. Check this angle out.
Watch the left side of your screen. Up and over.
Jeff Wick jumping people.
There we go. Oh, wow. That's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, and you can see him holding his hip. Watch when he rolls over, he grabs his hip. He's like, oh.
But that's why we wear the best safety equipment, which I recommend when you're on the street as well. You know, wear some leathers, wear some nice boots, some heavy-duty gloves, good helmets, and that's what they all wear. What'd you learn on Facebook?
I learned that they said NASCAR pit crews spray soda on their pits for traction.
Soda.
So the dudes can run around and they're guaranteed traction. So I wonder who got it from who. Did NASCAR get it from indoor flat track or indoor flat track get it from NASCAR?
I'm going to say they got it from us.
Okay.
I've been going to flat track races for a long time. I mean, NASCAR's been around for a long time as well, but I've been seeing Coke syrup sprayed down for as long as I can remember.
Well, Jim McNear, thanks for that info. And
good stuff.
Let's get back to racing, huh?
Now look, they lined them up like a complete... They were just lined up single file. Now they're lining them up side by side.
I don't think they have the time to spend. You know, these bikes are so hot, and they haven't really been able to complete full lap times. So I think they're worried about that, and they're going, let's do what's going to make this race work.
All right. We'll try to find out how many laps are left. I believe 6 laps are left, if I'm not mistaken. Open amateur main event again. They're trying to make a name for themselves when they move from here. Your next move is pro.
Remember, keep an eye on the lap times. We're going to call it the lap times on the Open Am. Let's call it the pro lap times.
All right.
Let's see how far out their pace is.
So far, Brady's fastest is an 8.67. Light turns green there off. The 90 grabs the hole shot. Brewski's battling for third, but he gets new ride. Oh, 2 riders tangle up coming off of turn number 2.
Come on. Let him race. Let him race.
They're right in the way.
Let him. Oh, red flag. I see it out.
Nope, not yet.
Yes,
oh, it is out. It is.
Oh,
hang on.
Oh, definitely red flag's out. Red flag is out. That's the whole track.
Whew, man, things got crazy over there coming off of turn number 2.
Wow. How many red flags is that?
I lost track.
3?
At least.
3 red flags?
At least. Man, they all got up quick, man. Is that adrenaline or what?
I think it's like I want to get out the track so I don't get run into like the last guy.
Or I want to get off the track and check on my motorcycle and see if it's still able to keep going. Look at the 10. He's twisting his throttle harness backwards.
Yep. I see Brady Lang going out there doing wheelies. Now, is he keeping the bike cool or is he doing wheelies to show off?
A little bit of showing off, I think. Actually, look at his best lap is 8.08. Let's take a look at the replay. So the rider deep in the field gets in deep. Now look to the left side of the screen, and it's really tight. The one rider got completely sideways, got into somebody else, and now here comes everybody else. But that was on the first lap. Yep. No red flag, no red flag. They keep going. And the bad news is they're going to be right in the racing surface. When they come off of turn number 2, they're still at it. And some of the other riders got collected in that one. So look at that. They called that one a race, I believe.
Did they?
Yep. It looks that way. So your winner is the 90 bike. I think he's looking for Diana down there.
Come on, Diana.
She's looking for him. So 90 bike will be the winner. Again, fast lap is an 8.08. No, that's 8.86, 8.67. I think that's how long it was taken for the whole race, maybe. Maybe that's when the restart. All right, let's go down to Diana. Hopefully she's caught up with our winner.
No, I'm not here with the winner, but I am here with someone who was just watching the race with me, Oliver Peck. I mean, what were your thoughts on that race? Pretty hectic.
Too many people on the track.
Too many people on the track. What would you have done if you were on your Booney bike?
I would have been out in front of everybody, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Exactly. That's Oliver Peck style. He gets out in front, makes it happen. So we're looking forward to seeing you race. We see you in so many things on television, and now you're coming out here to race. It just goes to show how many different people from all different worlds can come to flat tracking.
Well, it's a great event, great people, good times, and it's just about having fun, so that's what people need to do.
That's awesome. All righty. Well, thank you so much, guys. We're going to take it back to you.
Sounds good. The winner's waiting down there. Hopefully we can talk to the winner of that last race, Brady Lang. Up next will be our women's main event. Diana, you have our winner now.
Yes, I do have our winner. Man, what the heck was that race all about? Give us your thoughts on what it was like down on the course.
It's amateurs running for money, so everybody wants some.
Everybody wants some, the famous last word. So this guy took it. Anyone you want to thank?
I gotta thank West Bend Harley, Southeast Sales, Moose Racing, Bell Helmets, Spectral Oils, Trier Distributing. I gotta thank my dad, and I did it for Alec.
He did it for Alec, and thank God he was wearing that Bell helmet, kept him nice and safe. Congratulations, guys. Give a big round of applause. Guys, we're going to take it back up to you and get this women's race going.
Sounds good. He did it for Alec. Alec Muth lost his life in racing flat track a few weeks ago after a crash at Sturgis at Rapid City. So he did it for Alec. Alec was a rider from right here in Wisconsin. Up next is our women's hooligan main event. Ladies are going to be racing the big heavy bikes. Lance, what do you think about this class?
No, it's cool. You know what's really cool to see is like Kaylin Thorian. She's on the rider list that I see. She rode her FXR from basically Los Angeles up to Seattle, from Seattle over to Milwaukee. They tracked the whole ride on social media. She had it on her Facebook and Instagram, as well as Harley had it on theirs. She got here, did not plan on riding. And I think her friends, some of these girls in this class, kind of egged her on, like, hey, you need to get out there. We're going to find a bike for you. So she's riding somebody else's bike. And that's the cool thing, and that's the fun thing about these races, is that these girls, they're all friends.
So they're getting them set right now. It's the women's hooligan class. The rules look like this. The riders are 18 years older, 1986 or newer bikes, twin 750cc's or greater motors, and the bikes have stock OEM engine, street legal frames, and no pros are allowed. And right now they're doing a little track maintenance right now. There's the wheelie wizard. His name is Tyler Shepard. This kid's been riding wheelies forever. He's not a kid. Oh, there goes the front end. He's still on the back wheel. Look at this, Lance. This guy's got some extreme balance.
He does have extreme balance. No front wheel. It's a unicycle now.
He goes to Harley dealerships all the time and does stunt shows similar to this. He's got a box van. He rides wheelies up and over. He's got a teeter-totter. He is awesome. His dad was a photographer on the Grand National Flat Track Series for many, many years. And then Tyler grew up. He said, hey, I can ride wheelies. And he's just been doing that ever since. Look at that one-hand wheelie going around in circles. It's the wheelie wizard, Tyler Shepard, as they do a little track maintenance right now before we get into our women's hooligan main event. Look at that, no front end.
Yep.
He's not letting off the throttle. He's just keeping it nice and smooth. There he stands it up. All right, he's making some noise up here in the crowd. He's having some fun.
Is that his real name? Like, does his license say Wheelie Wizard on it?
I bet it does now, but his real name, he was born with Tyler Shepard. So he may have changed it, but that's all I know him as. In my phone, it's a Wheelie Wizard.
Like I see some friends from my hometown in the crowd right there.
Really?
Yeah.
All the way up here in Milwaukee.
Yep. All the way from LA to Milwaukee.
Die-hard motorcycle fans. He's going to pick up his front wheel. He's going to carry it away. Diana, what's going on down there?
I'm just hanging out with our women's hooligan racer, Red Nixon. Give a big round of applause. So as we're doing track maintenance out here and we're getting the Wheelie Wizard to, give us pure entertainment, tell us about your class and what bike you're riding.
I'm on a Sportsman 1200, and I'm riding with a bunch of badass babes. We're just out here having fun, and hope you guys enjoy the show.
What kind of inspiration can you give to another woman who wants to get into hooligan racing?
Anybody can do it. Anybody.
So they better get out here and do it.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, you heard it first from Red Nixon. Guys, these girls are about to lay it down after they lay down this rubber. So give a round of applause to these ladies.
Thanks a lot, Diana. So what they're doing, that's a quad, Lance. It's got a Harley-Davidson engine in it. He's going out there and making sure there's no more moisture on the racetrack, putting down a little bit of rubber so these females can get a hold of the racetrack.
That's awesome. I couldn't stop staring at that quad when it was in the pits.
I thought you were going to get on and ride it for a little while.
It's one of those things where you're just looking at it with a Harley engine in it and you want to ride it.
Absolutely.
Everything's cool with a Harley engine in it.
Absolutely.
Go-kart, motorcycle,
Doesn't matter.
quad, little cars.
I wonder how hard it was to squeeze that into that frame. He probably had to build a whole new custom frame.
Yep.
Coming up next, our women's hooligans class. Again, the riders must be 18 years older, 1986 or newer motorcycles, twin 750 cc's, and that's not a twin.
Uh-oh, what
They're
class
changing
is this?
it up on me. Mad Dog main event. So we got all excited for our women's. This is our Mad Dog main event. 200 cc's or less, 100 to 200 cc's, 4-stroke bikes, riders 18 years old and older, a race for adults to be competitive at a more affordable level than open amateur class. So again, here's a look at the riders in the Mad Dog main event. 117, Scott Beck. 77, Wayne Evans. 01 is Brett Henke, who won the semi earlier. 11, Zach Hitman. 75, McCutcheon. At 47 is Peter. 520 is Pipke. 17, Chelsea Samuelson. 8 is Sheely. 63 is Toso. 23 is Whitworth. And the 618 is Zielinski.
Well, it's cool to see all these names in here. I had a chance to talk to Scott Beck out in the parking lot when I came in, and he just had a glow around him, and he was so excited to go out and race. He was saying, I haven't raced since I was a little kid. And he came here not thinking he was going to race, and you know, I think his friends kind of pushed him into the race, and now he's out there in the main event, and I'm sure his grin is from ear to ear, and he's going to have a blast.
Yep, and he looked good earlier today, so he's having some fun. Again, it's a lot different, you know, than what you normally ride these little bikes on. These probably guys have probably never raced on concrete. There's one of our female riders pulling up there to the line, and she is in the Mad Dog. We might see her again in that women's hooligan class. We'll have to wait and see. That's Chelsea on the 17 bike. Chelsea Samuelson from Frazee, Minnesota, and that's a Honda. Mad Dog class.
You see a lot of different size bikes in here. I know that there's a little bit of a range of CCs, but look at how in that CC class, how many different size tires and heights of bikes there are.
Yeah,
look at that one compared to that one.
Exactly. The 520 looks like a pit bike. This looks like a trail bike possibly. Yep. You know, you just never know. There's a Grom right there.
Yep.
That's a Honda Grom, the 117. Scott Beck. You know whose bike that is, don't you?
I think that's Eric Jensen's.
Yeah, our boss.
Yep, he should have been out there racing, but I think you had too much on his plate.
He wanted to make sure we were doing our job.
Yeah.
Lining them up, Mad Dog main event getting set to go at Flat Out Friday here in Milwaukee. Light turns green and they're off. 63 with the advantage. Now the 8 takes things over. Sean Sheely will lead him down the back straightaway. And Sheely out in front, the 63 in second, 77 is in third. That's how they finished in their heat race.
Hopefully we can keep the green flag out.
I'm
Rubber side down.
Yeah. Uh-oh. 60. Oh! Man, good save right there. That's Toso on the 63. T-O-S-O, Toso. New rider taking over second. That's our female rider. That is Samuelson. That's Chelsea up to second.
9 laps to go.
8 bike out front. Sheely showing the way. Toso now scored in second. So Toso's making up some time. He's now scored in second. There's the 63 of Toso. I don't know if that's right. That's what we're seeing on our screen. The leader definitely is the 8 motorcycle.
Yep. I believe Toso's a lap down, but no, you know what? Toso could have got up real quick and you know, he didn't fall.
Well, Toso's now being scored in second, right behind the leader. Leader looked like got a little bit slick coming off that last corner right there, so it is Sheely out front. Toso's in second. McCutcheon now up to third on the 75.
Oh, push him wide. There he is.
I don't think he knew anybody was coming as they get by a down rider. No harm, no foul.
Yep.
63 your leader. That's Toso. One more rider goes a lap down. Sheely in second. McCutcheon third. Evanson is now in fourth. Henke is in fifth.
Looks like Toso is definitely the fastest rider out there. But we'll see. Uh-oh, lap traffic. What's going to happen
They
here?
split the lap riders. Now still the 63 out front. Sheely was our fast qualifier. He was on the pole, but Toso was second fast. So it's between these two riders, definitely.
Yep, 2 laps to go.
More lap traffic going around that Kawasaki. Here comes the 8 bike up the inside, using them as a pick. Not able to make the pass. There's more lap traffic just ahead, though. 63 and the 8. Another rider going facing the wrong way over there. It's a 75 bike trying to get him out of the way. Battle for the lead, 2 laps to go.
Is Toso going to be able to hold on to it?
I don't know. Last time you said you need to keep it on 2 wheels, they fell off, so we'll see. The 8 bike had to go over the inside corner markers.
Flag. White flag is out.
Last lap, Toso's going by 2 more lap riders. Nice pass right there. Toso's going to take the win. 8 will be second of Sheely. Everybody else coming across the line. That was our Mad Dog main event. Toso, your winner. Sheely, second. Wayne Evans is third. Fourth is Hanky. Fifth is Nathan Peter. Scott Beck is sixth. Hitman is seventh. Whitwer is eighth. And McCutcheon will settle for ninth. So tough break for some of our riders who went down earlier. I lost Chelsea. Chelsea Samuelson was up there in the lead for a little bit. Here's the battle for the lead. 63 trying to sneak up the inside. Watch out, watch out. It looks like you're about the high side right here. Somehow got unhooked from the rider in front of him and actually did not go down. It's a great save right there.
Kept it up and caught back up very quickly.
Take another look at the replay. This is actually the 63. He's definitely out in front, going around the outside. Here comes the 8, sneak up the inside. This is where they split the lap rider. The 8 looking up the inside. Toso just had a little bit more and shut the door on the 8 bike.
I mean, they were at the end of the race, they were splitting a lap rider almost every single lap. And I thought that he'd be able to pull it, but couldn't make anything stick.
Before we hear from more, let's go down to Diana.
The Harley-Davidson 115th anniversary is here, and we're getting it started tonight with the Flat Out Friday races. Tomorrow at noon Eastern, we will be 30 miles north in Slinger, Wisconsin for the Harley-Davidson Hill Climb. 5 classes of bikes compete at Little Switzerland Ski Resort, where they have created not 1, but 2 hill courses to climb. The front side with multiple jumps and a mogul field to maneuver. Then the riders move to the back side of the hill for the 35-degree angled second run to really challenge their climbing skills. Again, that starts at noon Eastern here on Facebook Live. But we're not done there. What would Labor Day weekend be without a trip to the beach? I'm talking about Bradford Beach. Harley-Davidson has spent the last week turning this popular Milwaukee beach into a racetrack for the finale of our weekend celebration. 6 classes, including the Trog 45, Brakeless, Vintage Sportster, and Hooligan, will compete on this quarter-mile oval track on the shores of Lake Michigan. The Bradford Beach Brawl starts at 6 p.m. Eastern here on Facebook. A great weekend celebration, and we are bringing it all to you here on Harley-Davidson Facebook Live channel.
I am looking forward to the rest of the evening and tomorrow's racing.
It's going to be a lot going on tomorrow. There's still a lot left down here on the racetrack. Looks like our female hooligan riders are getting set to go with their main events coming up next.
They look like they're excited. Look at that dancing.
Getting set to go with our women's hooligan main event. That's Lady Lassen right there. She's got the #1 Harley jersey on.
It looks like all these lady hooligan racers have the male hooligan racers as their pit crew.
That's a smart move right there. I mean, get somebody to help them out that knows what to do, that knows what's going on that's racing also. So give them some pointers and send them out there on their way. Again, our women's hooligan main event up next. Riders must be 18 years old or older, 1986 or newer engines, twin 750s or greater motors. Bikes have stock OEM tires and engine street legal frames and no pros. Diana, what's happening down there?
You know, guys, watching these girls, giving me a little bit of motivation. You might see me back here in February on one of the hooligan. I might have the same setup, a hooligan as my pit crew, and then I'm just riding their bike. I think I might do it, guys.
We're going to have to work on getting a microphone that we can all go out there and just race and do all this talking.
Lance, I think that you're all talk, and I'm going to actually play the game.
All right, well, we're going to talk to Eric and see if we can make this happen.
I'll ride the pro class.
And then you're not allowed to ride the women's.
Scotty.
Now it's me versus Diana. Now it's just you know what? It's going to be the MC's race.
That's right.
Eric said we can do it. So I'll ride the pro class. You two can go against each other.
We're all just going against each other. The three of us, all of us have mics on, and we're all yelling, bantering, racing.
All right. I'm in.
That's what Flat Out Friday is all about, having
some fun, that's right. Women hooligan main events getting set to go. The riders in this one, the 11 of Hannah Lang, the 66 is Red Nixon, 13 Ashley Wood, 38 Leah Orloff, the 3-bike Leanna Acevedo, 46 Kaylin Thorian, 79 Stephanie Sunker, and the 09 Kristen Lassen. That's Lady Lassen out there on the 09 bike, getting set to go.
Now I know Kaylin's definitely nervous out there. She texted me this morning. She's like, I don't know, everyone's gonna be making fun of me. I'm like, no, we're out here to have a good time. This is all applauding people. It's like, get out there, be courageous, have fun, and make it safe.
They're going to give them a couple laps again to check out the racetrack. It's been a little while since they've been out there. Warm up their bikes, warm up the tires just a little bit, and we'll stage them up and turn them loose at the 115th Harley-Davidson Bash up here in Milwaukee. All these are Harley-Davidsons in the women's hooligan class as well.
You see them slowing them down a little bit. I think they want them to take it easy, warm up the track a little bit, warm up your bikes, warm up your tires. We don't need anybody going down on these warm-up laps.
We'll see how important the start is in this class. It's been very important in the other classes as well. And we'll see who has some experience on these big, heavy motorcycles. Twin motorcycles. All these are Harley-Davidsons in this one. 2 rows of motorcycles. Women's hooligan main event. It's awful quiet out there. All right, here we go.
Yep.
Starter says, watch the green light. Light turns green. Rider from the inside goes a little bit wide. Here comes second place up the inside.
They are not letting off. Elbow to elbow right there.
38 out in front. Leah Orloff. And she's having problems. The 11 comes by.
She was looking down at her gear shifter going, wait a second, why am I in neutral?
Battle for the lead. Now it's the 11 and the 38. Can the 38 get back out in front?
We're going to have to see what happens. They're on it.
Last lap, 10.41. So you're right there. They're not too far off the pros.
Nope. They really aren't.
Really tight course here at Panther Arena. Out in front, Hannah Lang showing the way. Lap traffic up next. I like her outfit, pink and black.
One of the things that's interesting is that a lot of these girls out here, they ride Harleys on the street, and they're used to wearing probably more of a leather boot, tennis shoe, something like that. Now they're out there in motocross boots, and that's going to make the shifting and the brakes feel so much different.
Absolutely. So picking up one of the riders over here that fell down coming off a turn before. They keep on going, though. Halfway through this main event, our women's hooligan main, it's still the 11 bike out front, the long blonde hair flying behind her helmet. Hannah Lang out there in the lead. Looks like Orloff is taking over second. Lady Lassen now is up to third. Nixon is in fourth on the 66 bike. What's she got to do to win this one now?
She's just going to have to keep the rubber down.
Last lap, 10.51 seconds. Still in lap traffic. Lady Lassen looks like moved into second. Kristen Lassen now in second. She's got company right behind hers. Orloff, there's the 11 into some lap traffic. That's one of the Gordado bikes, the 46 machine.
That one's Kaylin Thorian riding on that bike.
Okay. 11 bike still out in front. Hannah Lang, Lassen in second, Orloff in third. White flag is out from Kevin Clark, our flag man.
There come the checkers.
Last corner, 11 will take the double checkered flag.
There it is.
Hannah Lang winning. Best lap I see from her is early on. It was a 10.22. Kristen Lassen will finish second. Orloff is third. She stops over. Oh. Trying to shut that bike down. Let's go down to Diana with our winner of our women's hooligan class.
All right, we are here with the #1 winner. Hold her helmet, kind sir. Hannah Lang, congratulations, taking the win here for the women's hooligan class. Capitalized off of Orloff's mistake and took away with the lead.
Thank you. I can't ask for a better bike. West Bend Harley has been training with me and getting me going on this, and it's awesome.
Yeah, not only that, tell us a little bit about your story, because you actually had a big social media thing happening where you rode your bike across the state.
I didn't know.
Oh, Well, then someone just fed me misinformation. But you had a great race. Congratulations. What do you have to say for other women riders out there who are interested in the hooligan class?
If we can do it, you can too. Just be open to everything and just go with it and have fun.
All right, well, congratulations, West Bend Harley-Davidson helping her out. Congratulations once again, Hannah Lang. Guys, up to you.
Thanks a lot, Diana. Doing a great job down there. Talking to the winner, Hannah Lang. Let's take a look at the replay of what happened to our early leader, the 38 of Leah Orloff. She's from Wisconsin on her Harley-Davidson. Here she is, our leader. Walk us through it, Lance.
So it looks like, I want to say she misshifted somewhere.
You know what? I think she touched it when she was putting her foot down.
Yeah, or picking her foot up. She misshifted and was in neutral, so when she came to go out of the corner, there was no power. I mean, that is racing.
Tonight's broadcast is presented by Sin 3. Presented by Sin 3, real, pure, genuine, synthetic. Coming up next is our vintage main event. The vintage motorcycles are coming up next. I don't hear them fired up just yet. So let's go over the rules. Vintage rules, riders must be 18 years old or older. Bikes must have brakes. Engines are 1981 or earlier. So they got to be old motorcycles, not necessarily the riders, but the motorcycles must be from 1981 or older. Riders in this one, a bunch of them, ladies and gentlemen. The 88, Kyle Nagelkirk from Milwaukee. The 110 is CJ Weiniger. 89X is Robert Boleski. 17, August Zertsky. The 50 is Pete Skipworth. The 20 is John Erdman. The 13, Craig Schmidt. 99, Adam Munzinger. And the 08, Travis Kestel. Most of them are from Wisconsin. There's one rider from all the way from Schenectady, New York. There's one from Minnesota and one from Illinois. Everybody else is from right here in Wisconsin. Several Yamahas, 2 Hondas, and 1 Triumph out there in this one. Open vintage motorcycles. Lance, what do you think about riding a vintage bike on this tight course?
I think it's fun. I think the thing is that there's so many different style bikes in the vintage class. Just like you were saying, there could be a Triumph, there could be a Honda, there could be a Harley. It's one of those things where there's such a cross of bikes that I'm not sure which one's going to be the best one out there.
The white turns green and air off, some of them better than others. Leader got a little bit sideways. New leader off of turn number 2. '88 is out in front. That was our heat race winner. Nagelkirk is leading. He's got a big lead already, Lance.
Yep, he's taking off. He's putting the power to the ground. He's staying smooth. It's all about staying smooth.
The TT500, I'm assuming the single-cylinder Yamahas that were really good back in the day. Make some great vintage motorcycles. 88 out front. Look at that. Laying it really far over, Lance. Will he possibly drag the foot peg or the case like they were seeing earlier?
It looks like that bike has a little bit better of a lean angle where the peg could be a little bit higher up and they're not going to scrape.
All right, so it's probably set up a little bit more for flat track racing than some of our hooligans. He's actually got tape around the foot peg, which is for safety, and it looks like it's really loose. So when he gets over that far, it lifts up.
Yeah, so the tape is sliding on the ground and then the spring's taken out of it. So the peg's actually kind of moving with the ground.
It looks like he's running very low air pressure like we saw in some of the other classes earlier too. So 88 definitely knows his way around an indoor. Little puff of smoke. Whoa.
He's trying to get around that lapper. It's kind of making him ride a little different.
The 110 is caught up to the back tire. Weiniger. They get by the 08 now. 88 still is your leader. Nagelkirk. Weiniger's in second. Blaski's in third. More lap traffic in front of the leader. No harm, no foul. Leader's got a little bit of breathing room.
Yep. He's almost a second ahead of second place. Trying to track like this is a lot.
Oh, we lost a rider right behind the leader coming off of turn 4. That was the second place rider. That was the 110. 110 going down is Weiniger. The CJ Weiniger was in second, so that opens up the lead. Now here comes a battle for the lead now off of turn 4.
Uh-oh.
Checkered flag out. Man, 88 barely hangs on to the win. I think he looked back and knew that was second place on the ground.
Yep.
Another rider's on the ground over there off of turn number 2. Carnage everywhere.
Blaski was pointing at him like, I almost had you.
You know what? Look at the bike's leaking. It's hot. It's got oil coming out from it. 88 bike's got a lot of fluid.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the back tire is completely wet.
That was probably set up so. Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
He set that up so the guys behind him. It was like a little like.
That's why they all fell off on the last
It
lap.
was like a little Batman trick.
Or Spy Hunter. Remember that video game?
I don't.
Before your time.
Mario Kart.
Let's go down to our winner down there with Diana.
The number 88, Kyle. Oh, man, you got the win here. And then look at your bike. It's just leaking all over that Dr. Pepper syrup. But you had a great race, nonetheless.
Thank you. That was a bit of a disaster. Right before getting on the track, I lost my rear brake. And I'd just like to apologize to the rest of the racers for slicking the track.
Well, that was very kind of you to offer the apologies, but congratulations on that race. Open Vintage Class, this is your winner, the number 88. Guys, we're going to go back up to some more racing.
Sounds good, Diana. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of track maintenance going on right now. Up next will be our women's main event, but man, that thing was leaking oil that entire last lap, so that's why a few riders fell down. So it's going to take a little while to clean up the racetrack.
Yep.
88 taking the win. What's going on social media?
Social media is going great. It looks like a lot of people are asking questions, you know, what's coming up next, and we can tell them what's coming up next right now. Like you said, you have the women's class main event, Boonie main event, Pro main event, the headliner, the Hooligan main event.
And in an extra class, the Goofball main event will be how we wrap things up here in Milwaukee.
I feel like the Goofball main event is just us up here talking. Goofballs.
Well, maybe we should race the Goofball class next year.
I'm racing every class now.
Any class you can. Man, getting set to go with our women's class. Our rules for the women's class, obviously you have to be a female. Same rules as open amateur. There's a space for women to get more race time. It's electively chosen class also at the school. So the school here in Wisconsin, you can elect to be in this class. I like it. It's getting more women involved in flat track. Right now, there's just a couple on the Grand National Flat Track circuit. The most popular is Shayna Texter. She's the only female to win in Grand National competition. So what else is going on Facebook?
Chad Mata is saying Hawaii is here with a Shaka.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I wouldn't mind being in Hawaii right now, though. But, yeah, as you see, still cleaning up the track. He's just got to blot it, like you said.
Let's go back to down, see what Diana's got doing on the track.
Yeah, you know, as we're watching this crew work so hard, we're so thankful for him cleaning up the oil mess. We got Tony Perry's right here, and you guys are wondering, who is this man? He is one of our Harley-Davidson Freedom interns, and you're probably wondering, what is a Freedom intern? Well, it's a wonderful program. I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about it.
Okay, so the Find a Freedom internship was run worldwide. They picked 8 of us out of 7,500 applicants from over 30 countries. And they gave us all brand new 2018 Harley-Davidsons and just told us to go and find our freedom. And so we traveled, well, 6 of them traveled across the US. I traveled across Europe, and another girl, Charlie, who's over there, she traveled across Europe. She's with Megan, who both of them just learned how to ride this summer. I've been riding Sportsters for years because I love Sportsters, so flat track is where I belong.
We're going to see you out here next year then, racing the flat track.
Absolutely, I'll have to build something and bring it over.
Okay, awesome. So just give a little bit about that experience going through Europe on a bike. I mean, it's pretty amazing that out of thousands of applicants, you just got a bike and got to ride all through Europe. Wouldn't that be anybody's dream job?
Absolutely. I mean, I would have said that this was my dream job if I even knew that this was a job, but I didn't. So I used to just say that I wanted to be a chopper builder, but now I want to do this instead.
Awesome, amazing. All right, well, give a big round of applause for Tony. We're so sad to see the Freedom interns go, and they're going to go off into the world here in the next, you know, week now. So, yeah, thank you so much for all you've done for Harley-Davidson. A big round of applause for this guy, and thank you so much, Tony. Guys, take it back up to you.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Diana. It's awful cool to have these new programs to get people involved in Harley-Davidson and get people riding Harley-Davidsons and all across the world.
Yeah, totally. And like he said, that is now his new dream job. He's already had it, but he wants it again.
Absolutely.
I couldn't imagine getting a bike and being able to ride through Europe.
That'd be awesome. A lot of cleanup going on from that last rider who won the race, but they leaked a lot of oil. So what they're going to do is they're going to switch up the program just a little bit. Our pro motorcycles are going to come up next. They've got more experience, Lance. I think it's good because the track's going to be a little bit slick out there. So they're sending the pros out next. We'll save the women for after that.
It's funny. I'm back here on Facebook. Sorry, I was just looking at my phone. But I'm looking at it because Buck Lynn goes, if they want that cleaned up without any residual, they should use some brake cleaner. And now they all have brake cleaner out there.
Maybe they were watching what they were saying.
Yeah, so Buck, I think they were listening to you, and but they're cleaning.
But the part with that, they got to be careful. If they use the brake cleaner, it's going to take off a lot of the Dr. Pepper syrup as well. So you got to be careful as you take that off. I'm sure they're going to bring your four-wheeler back out here with that Harley-Davidson engine out here and put some laps down to try to make sure it's all equal all the way around the track.
Yep, I'm going down there right now to ride it.
You're just going to try to do everything.
I told you. I already said that. I just signed me up for every class.
So we got a lot going on still. We still have a lot more races. Pro main event is up next, and we still have to figure out if we're going to go back to our women's class. We also still have our hooligan main event, which is what we all came to see, the Harley-Davidson hooligan class. Goofball main event is how we wrap up tonight's program. And the women's is on here. We just skipped them, and there's your quad. I thought you were going down there.
Well, they wouldn't let me.
Because you got to stay here.
Yeah, they locked me in.
Is that why you have handcuffs on? To keep you right here?
I'm handcuffed to the chair.
Yeah, you're not leaving. You're not leaving.
Exactly.
So there's the quad, and Harley-Davidson engine in there. It's got a lot wider tires than all of our motorcycles, so he's going out there right now just to try to put some rubber down, try to make sure it's not slick where that oil spill was. So our pros will be up next, then our boonies, and then our women's main event. Then we're probably going to get into our hooligans and then wrap things up with our goofball main event. So lots of fast guys signed up for the pro class this year. There are 6 entries, it looks like, going to make it into the main event. Fun crowd out here at the Panther Arena. University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee is where we're at, downtown. When we were here in February for Flat Out Friday, we were at the arena next door. Brought us back over here. They're building a brand new arena just on the other side of the Bradley Center. Man, there's 3 different choices here.
Yep, that's for sure. One of the things, I was back again on Facebook checking out comments, and again, I want to see what you guys want to know. Do you have any questions? Where are you guys watching this from? You know, do you have a favorite bike out there that you're digging? Let us know.
You have a favorite rider?
Favorite rider. Favorite maybe person on the microphone. Maybe you could just say
we know who that is. She's like down there.
Listening to Lance. Well, maybe they want to listen to
Lance Corey?
Yeah, Lance Corey.
That's you.
That's me. Hey.
Hey.
Yep.
All right, let's see what Diana has going on down there on the track.
I am standing next to Marco Lazarovic. All right, if you guys recognize him, that's because you saw him here in February in the inappropriate class. You're in the goofball class. The reason why I picked him out of the crowd, and I remembered exactly who he was because he has this beautiful cop uniform on, but he also has a really wonderful saying that I love. Say your saying.
I said he fought the law, but the law won.
The law won. That's how we do it for the goofball class. So we're going to see you here again for Mama Tried. Am I right?
Hopefully if work lets me off.
Yeah, if his department, whatever that department is, lets him off. We got the donut police. He's making sure he hits the donut shop daily. So, guys, give a big round of applause for this guy. We're going to see him in the goofball class here shortly, and I hope to give you another winning interview. Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Diana. Having fun down there with one of our riders. He's got that banana in his holster. What do you find out on social media?
I'm just finding a bunch of stuff out there. David Critchon from Wyoming. Evan wants to know how the mono wheel did. I think the mono wheel was on the maybe 3rd place, I think. But either way, he probably had a blast and he left with a smile on his face.
That thing was leaning. It had some lean to it. It looked like they were having a lot of fun for sure.
Yep, that's for sure. I mean, we're getting a bunch of people out here watching. Evan Krafusky. I want to say Hunter Howell. How did he do? Do you remember how Hunter Howell did?
We've had so many classes, I don't recall that name.
Yep.
Again, they're working in the Dr. Pepper syrup right now with that quad, with that Harley-Davidson engine in it right now, making sure the track gets sticky enough. Pro main event coming up next.
And then Robosaurus Rex says, I want to see more of the female flat trackers. We have another women's class coming up, and I believe 3 races.
Absolutely. So pro main will be up next, then our boonie class, possibly the women's after that, then our finale, so to speak, the premier class, the hooligan class. A little extra encore will be the goofball class. So 5 races left out here at Flat Out Friday, downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, celebrating Harley-Davidson's 115th anniversary. Getting things worked in. Big day tomorrow.
It's a big day tomorrow.
Up on the hill climb.
Yep.
At noon Eastern. And then we go down to the beach.
How about most of these riders are going to be racing all 3? I know the hooligans are.
Wow.
So we're going to have hooligan guys racing all the way towards the last race of the night. They'll be racing here till 9:30, 10 or something like that.
Right.
Waking up right when the sun comes up, going about an hour away, racing hill climb, loading their bikes up, riding or driving their bikes, I would imagine, over to the beach.
Right.
And then racing on sand. So indoors tonight, up on a hill tomorrow, and over on a beach in the evening tomorrow. That's a lot of racing.
And you get to call all the action for all 3 events. Brando will be along with you tomorrow, Brandon Graham. That guy's awesome.
Yep, that's exactly it.
All right. So it looks like one of the pro riders is out there checking it out, making sure it's okay. That's the 57 of Parker Lang. He's from Campbellsport, Wisconsin. He's racing the Grand National Short Track tomorrow night in Springfield, Illinois. That'll be where I'll be headed down there tomorrow. And Lance, look how low his rear tire is. Watch the 57 up. They can show it for us. That rear tire is really low. We can't see it right now because it's not under pressure, but when he was on the gas coming off the corners, it looked like it was squat. Yeah, it's really slick right there. Yeah.
I'm surprised that they're not out there spraying a little bit more soap. I know it takes a while.
Syrup.
Syrup. Yeah.
But it takes a while to set up, and then also when it's freshly on there, it is really slick.
Really?
Look at that. Some of our bicycle riders out there.
What's up, guys?
I think that's the winner of the bicycle class over there on the right side. Mama Tried on her shirt, Fuel Clothing on the front.
Yep.
Love it.
Showing off the sponsors.
Yep.
Taking family photos.
Yeah. Little punching going on. That's what brothers and sisters do, right? Or brothers?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell who's up there. Track is just about ready. Pro main event is next. It will be 6 laps. That's Parker Lang on the 57. So now, Lance, it's going to be even more important to stay on the bottom, stay out of that. You can see the streak of oil. Stay out of that streak. See, it's up high right there. He gets on it right there. He gets on it right there on the back straightaway. Now they send out the 222 of Jeremy Orr. So they got to make sure the track is okay before we turn him loose.
That's just so crazy.
Well, the least bit of fluid, he hits it right there. See, you see a little twitch in the motorcycle.
Well, hey, you know what? It's an even playing field for the riders out there. So, as long as everybody's got an idea, it can be slippery. It's a level playing field.
Well, it looks like the same spot coming off of 2 and about halfway down the back straightaway. They're talking to right now. That's Jeremy Prack. He's in charge of Flat Out Friday. Mama Tried. And you can see 57 Parker Lang tell him exactly where it's still slick out. The riders in the pro main event, there are 2 riders from Wisconsin, 2 from Illinois, 1 from Minnesota, and 1 from Pennsylvania. Now you can see Jeremy going to check out where the slick spot is. I think he needs to go a little bit wider out there, especially on the back straightaway.
Yep.
It's easy to see from up here. I'm sure, Lance, it's a lot easier to see from up here in our camera view down there trackside. It's probably not quite as easy to see that line of wetness.
Yep.
Or it was wet. It's oil, but. They're actually spraying. Look at that. That's Benny Carlson. He's actually spraying some starter fluid. He's doing it himself out here on the front straightaway. So he is in our hooligan class. He used to be national number 45. Now he's running letter H. So
wow, you just saw him kick it, and it looked like ice.
It definitely looked like it slid out from underneath him. So the quad rider, he's out there on the back straightaway trying to continue going through the wet spots. Anything exciting on Facebook?
People are ready they want to watch racing, and it's coming. Racing is coming back. They're going to make the track safe, and we are going to get underway. We're going to get to be able to see pros race, Boonies race, women's race, and again, the hooligans.
And then a little bonus feature, the goofball class will be up last.
Yep.
There's the 222, that's Jeremy Orr. He'll be racing tomorrow night down in Springfield, Illinois.
You can see all the track maintenance right now talking about it. They're stressing to get this fixed.
Oh yeah.
They're down there doing the best they can.
They gotta do everything they can to make the track safe for our competitors. And so we can put out a good show for you fans too. We don't want to see these people crashing. We want to see them duking it out in a fair race.
Yep. So it looks like we're going to see 4-lap mains. They're about to get going. You see them holding up a 4-lap mains, and you know, you better get out front. You better make it stick, and you better win.
You better get a good start.
Yep.
You can't be slacking on the start. You got to get in the first corner first if you want to battle for the lead and battle for the win. So a 4-lap shootout. These are like, that's how long Dash for Cashes are normally. So it's basically a Dash for Cash, Dash for a trophy out here at Flat Out Friday. Pro riders, 57, that's Parker Lang. He won our heat race. 222, scheduled to start second. That's Jeremy Orr right there in our screen. Now he disappeared. 229, Kyle Weiss from Green Bay, Wisconsin. The 28, that's Blake Svensson from Bloomington, Illinois. And the 25, Shay Knuth from Bloomington, Illinois. And the 48, Cole Feely from Stanchfield, Minnesota. And he is on that Vanilla Cycles Honda. So there's your lineup right there again. Feely on the 48, Knuth on the 25, Parker Lang the 57, Jeremy Orr 222, Blake Svensson on the 28, and the 229, Kyle Weiss on that Honda. So again, 2 riders from Wisconsin, 2 from Illinois, 1 from Minnesota, and 1 all the way from Pennsylvania. Pro main event. So I'm sure they're going to give him a few laps to check out the racetrack, make sure it's safe. Here comes Jeremy Orr. There's 57, Parker Lang. You see Jeremy reach down there with his hand in his glove. He cleaned off the tire because they've been sitting over there where the bikes go on and off the racetrack collecting a little bit of dirt. The tires are tacky, they're sticky. He wants to make sure that tire's clean. You want to pick a winner in this one, or?
Oh boy, that's tough, but I think I'm going to pick 57, Lang.
All right.
You can't pick him now.
The local rider, you know, he's on his game right now. 222 is a very aggressive rider. I watched him at the Ice Racing Series. I watched him on the Grand Nationals. 222 will be up there. Svensson is also another ice rider, the 28 bike. He'll be up there to the front. I mean, there's 6 of them, and honestly, I think any of the 6 can win.
Yep.
Look, he's smiling ear to ear. That's the 229 of Kyle Weiss. And like I said, a lot of these riders are making their way down to Springfield, Illinois for tomorrow night's race. They're telling them one more time, it's a 4-lap race, 4-lap pro main event. They're waiting for the 48 bike to get his bike fired up. It is now started. That's Cole Feely. Here we go, 4-lap main. This is what we've been waiting for. Pro-wise, light turns green, 57 grabs a hole shot, and they go wide. That opens up the door. Svensson in the lead, the 28 bike, your new leader. Oh, Svensson, stacking him up over there.
Let's get him go. I want to see a green flag.
New leader out front now is the 229 of Weiss. Kyle Weiss from Green Bay, Wisconsin. He's your leader. He's on the right side of our screen. The 229 is out front. Svensson in second on the 28. Svensson's got a little bit of chatter going in the corners. You pointed that out earlier as the white flag is already out.
I don't think these bikes are set up for such a small track.
And double checkered flag is out. Weiss takes the win. The Wisconsin rider will win it. Tough break for some of the fast guys from early on. Svensson will be second. Nice wheel stand by the 229 of Kyle Weiss.
Just like you said, anyone here could take it.
And that was kind of a shock, but Kyle Weiss, again, Wisconsin rider taking the win. Svensson second, Feely is third, Parker Lang is fourth, Shay Knuth is fifth, and Jeremy Orr, the rider that went down, will be sixth. There's the look at the finishing order. Weiss, Svensson, and we'll look at the restart right here. It's very important. Parker Lang had a good shot. He gets in the corner, but he gets in too deep, and they just can't get turned right there, and it takes 3 fast guys up to the high side. Svensson had the lead for just a moment on the 28 bike, and then what happens here? 229. Oh!
Gets pushed wide.
That was a nice move right there. That might be the move of the race. Nice clean move by the 229 to take the win. Up next, what do we got here? Our Booney main event. This was
the jump's back on the track.
Oh, the jump's back. Now you want to get back down there, don't you?
Let me out.
This was one of our biggest classes. The Booney rules must be a pull start engine, a rigid frame, and full AMA riding gear is mandatory. Your starting lineup looks like this. 01 is Brent Hankey, 35 David Kilkenny, 30 is Jason Warnke, 101 JJ Flaherty, 99 Adam Munzinger, 75 is Jacob McCutcheon, 13 Ben McGinley, 24 is Alex Polson, 142 is Holbus, who's been having a good night so far, just hadn't had the results. 7 is Linsowski, 76 is Oliver Peck, and the 777 is Mascari. Here we go. This is going to be an exciting one right here.
Look at them warming up their tires, getting ready to go. We're going to see any wheelies off the bat like we did in the semis or the
we had like 4 of them, didn't we? And we saw wheelies in almost every one of them.
Yep.
Centrifugal clutches, so there is no hand clutch. They got to, just grab a handful of throttle and hope that thing gets going. You can see some of them might start running. The rider in the back's trying to get the crowd fired up. I love it. Booney, main event. Staged up and ready to go.
And they're off.
0-1 from the inside, grabs the whole shot. 45's on the outside. Well, that's Flaherty, but he's normally 45. Yep. He's got a different number on this Booney bike. 101, your leader.
They all passed the jump on that one.
I would too on the first lap because they're all bunched up together. Look at that, leader sliding into the turn number 3.
Oh, he's hitting it. See, now it's getting to the point where they're wanting to stay on the inside line.
Yeah, the shortest way around.
Yep, but they're having to hit the jump. So it's actually, now that all the fast guys are out there, they're having to hit it.
Third place went over the jump.
Yep.
Battle for the lead, 4-lap main event. Flaherty, here comes a 0-1 up the inside. Checkered flag is out. JJ Flaherty takes the win.
There it was.
Kilkenny second. Hankey is third. McCutcheon is fourth. What a race right there. Kilkenny's got that bright green on there. Kilkenny's going back to his motorcycle. Look at that stand-up wheelie from your winner. JJ Flaherty taking the win. Kilkenny second. Hankey's third. McCutcheon fourth. Warnke is in fifth. Let's look at the last lap. Last lap, last corner. JJ swings wide. Here comes the 0-1, sticking a wheel up the inside. Not able to make the pass. And Kilkenny gets that second spot away right there and come to the line. Love it, man.
They need to just put a whole row of those wooden jumps, like a forced whoop section.
Yeah.
They have to go bop, 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 bop.
That'd be interesting for sure. Up next, what we got here, our women's main event. We had 4 entries in this one. We got a KTM of 4, a Honda, and a KTM, so 2 KTMs, and your riders are the 11 of Hannah Lang. We saw her win the women's hooligan class earlier. 08X Kristen Lassen, Lady Lassen on the 08X, 08 Zaria Martins. So she borrowed a bike from Zaria, and the 17L Leah Orloff, and she is on a Vor. You heard of a Vor? They had those quite a while back.
I have never heard of them. I actually was thinking it was misspelled something on them.
Chris Carr actually rode a Vor back in Grand National competition.
Okay, so it's that flat track looking bike right there.
Yeah, there you go.
So we got 4 for 4, 4 laps, 4 girls, and they're about to start.
And they're off. 08 grabs the whole shot. Zaria Martins will lead them off of turn number 2.
There they go. And the green flag is out.
Looks like she's got bark busters on there. I think that's a good move. You know, like you want to go trail riding?
Yeah.
That's a little, intimidates your fellow riders out there maybe. Halfway flags are already out. It's Zaria out in front. She always has a big following when we're up here. She's from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, just up the road.
Yep.
Zaria out in front.
On the gas, white flag is out. 1 lap to go.
Last corner, here's your winner. Zaria Martins will take the win. Nice ride right there. She was impressive. Lady Lassen is second. Orloff is third, and Hannah Lang is fourth.
Yep.
9.1 second lap time for Zaria.
So not even a second. The pros weren't a second faster. Is that correct?
I missed the pros, but wait. I know for sure our open amateur was 8.67 for sure. So
not even a second.
Not even a second. It's going fast for sure. Zaria Martins taking the win. Lady Lassen second. Leah Orloff is third. And Hannah Lang, who won the women's hooligan class, she will take fourth here in our women's class. It's time for our main event.
It is. Time for hooligan.
Hooligan main event. All Harley-Davidson's ladies and gentlemen. It is a 4-lap shootout. So if you didn't win your heat race, you're starting further in the back. So remember, you had to win your heat race. If you didn't win your heat race, you had to win your semifinal. So all these riders have won a race. Letter H, Benny Carlson. 34, Jeremy DeRuyter. 45, JJ Flaherty. 42, Rich Heverly. 963, Michael Hill. 142, Daniel Holbus. 44, Dan Jacobson. 35, David Kilkenny. 182 is Hunter Klee. 97, Louis Lauder. And the 11X, Jason Schreffler. Again, these riders had to win a race to get here.
That's just an incredible feat, and I don't even know who to choose because, again, like you said, they are all winners. We saw them all race great earlier this evening. So how do you pick somebody?
I don't know. I mean, anybody can win this one, just like we said in the pro class. The 6 riders on the front.
They have but if, let's say, 42 runs them wide,
like in the pro class,
someone in the second gate's going to be able to slide right in.
Right on.
And game over.
Rider we're looking at right here, the letter H. He's been national number 45 is Benny Carlson. He had a national number for a while. He's done supermoto. He's road racing, flat track. And here we go. Hooligan main event. It's the 42 getting the whole shot. That is Rich Heverly. That's bad news for everybody else. The H is right there, though. That's Benny Carlson. He's got the fringe off of his leathers. I love it. 4 laps to get it done. It's a short main event. Hooligans. Heverly, Carlson, Lauder, Klee, Flaherty. Right there, your top 5.
Here he comes at the white flag already.
1 lap to go for the
white flag is out. Can he keep it up?
Half a lap left.
You can hear how loud it is right now. We're yelling.
Yeah, he is pumped up. Look at that.
There he is.
Checkered flag, double checkered flags for everybody here in our main event. JJ Flaherty comes up a little bit short. Heverly taking the win. Rich Heverly on the 42 bike taking the win. Benny Carlson second. Louis Lauder third. Hunter Klee is fourth. JJ Flaherty settles for 5th. A lot of these guys doing some burnouts. There's Kilkenny on his sports dirt. That's what they came to see, man. The hooligans.
Oh, they're going to ruin this place.
They got some help. They're going to have a smoke show. Remember, we still got one more race to go, so I know Diana's going to talk to our winner here in just a second. I know it's awful loud to talk to anybody. Man, they're having some fun. There were one of the tires that looked like may have just went. Yeah. All right. One more race to go. See some of the oil on the back tires of some of those bikes as they were letting it all loose out here. Let's go trackside once again to Diana Dahlgren.
Hey guys, so we are down here with the winner, and you know, this is such a big ordeal. You are the Harley-Davidson Hooligan winner of the 115th anniversary weekend. This has got to be a special moment for you.
This is the biggest win I've ever had by far, to do it in front of all these fantastic Harley-Davidson fans. Harley-Davidson throws one kick-ass party, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Well, congratulations. Give a big round of applause. Rich Heverly taking the Hooligan win here this evening. Guys, back to you.
Man, he was excited, and he had every right to be. He beat some really fast guys. He not only won his heat race, but he won the main and looked dominating in doing so.
No, I mean, when the gate dropped, basically, or the light went off, he took off, and he left them.
And that's what you got to do. You got to get a good start. You got to, not look back. He did everything he had to do and took the win in our main event. But we have a little extra class coming up next.
Yep.
They're actually using a leaf blower to blow off all that extra rubber that some of those hooligan guys left behind.
Yeah, and the arena is now filled with smoke.
And look at this. It's the goofball main event. Any motorcycle not traditionally raced, riders 18 years old and older, and that one-wheeled bike is out here that they were asking about on Facebook, so we'll see how he does. This is his main event. There it is right there.
Yep, mono wheel.
Mono wheel. So it is time for our goofball main event. The riders in this one, 72, Ronnie Zastrow. 707, Marco Lazurvik. 963, Jim Leslie. 322 is Brian Martins. 15, Scott Johnson. The 3 is Hunter Howell. 777, Alejandro Garrido. 75, Karina Strack. 12, Adam Zeller. 73, Travis Fryer. 49, Kendall Lutchman. 17, August Zaraski. Riders are in this one from all over the place. Most of them are actually from Wisconsin. One from Florida, it looks like. And several different motorcycles. There's the Purple Rain bike. He won his heat race earlier today. Or actually, that might have been a semifinal we saw him win.
Yep.
Representing Prince. Purple Rain outfit themed motorcycle. There's the 75 bike.
Uh-oh, we got a wrestler out there, I think.
Uh-oh, that's his championship belt. He's got a big chain around his neck.
How many of these guys do you think rode their bikes here?
Ooh, I don't know. I wonder if that police officer did. He's probably supposed to be on patrol. The 707, Marco Lazervic. Look at that, Macho Man. He's got that on his glasses. You see that? Yep. Macho Man Randy Savage. That's a unicorn bike a little bit to the left right there. The big unicorn sticking off his side. There's another wrestler. He's got the mouth guard on there like the old style motocross helmets.
Yep.
I remember that in BMX days for sure.
That's a lot before my time.
Oh, come on now. You're not that much younger than me.
Born in 1990.
Stop it.
1990.
Just a puppy. Line them up. I love the smell of burnt rubber.
Yeah, it's smelling real good right here.
4-lap main event. This is the final race of the night, the goofball main event. The red lights are on. It's time for our crazy main event. Light turns green and they're off. Prince grabs the whole shot. He'll take him down the back straightaway.
I think Prince is going to take it away on this one.
Well, I don't know. That abdominal snowman was looking pretty good himself. A little wheel chatter. Here comes the police officer. The lights are on. He's up to second.
Uh-oh. Notice how they're racing in the dark, kind of. I mean, it's got to be hard to see down there.
Well, it's kind of red. Police officer's got his lights on. The leader's already down the back straightaway. Look, there's a kind of a dune buggy looking thing they just went by there. Look right there.
Yep.
That's a trike. It's a trike. There goes your leader pulling the front wheel down the back straightaway. Last lap. Here he comes, final corner. Prince will take the win.
Yeah.
Love it. Police officer comes up a little bit short here in the main event. Zastrow taking the win. Man, what a cool race it was. He's going to stop over there. That is Zastrow on the number 72 Prince-themed motorcycle. Zastrow, your winner. Lazervic second. Zaraski's third. Martins, Fryer, Desile, Zeller, Johnson, and Garrido, and Strack rounding out your top 10. That was the last race of the night. I believe Diana is going to catch up with our winner down there in just a second. What a cool night of racing here at Panther Arena. Let's go trackside once again. Diana Dahlgren, take it away.
Oh, there we go. Okay. You guys, Prince, the Purple Rain, he has just won the goofball class. We saw you earlier today, and you were looking real prepared with the, the Prince setup. How does it feel to take the win here at the 115th anniversary?
Very nice.
Well, your friends over there are burning rubber. I better let you get over there and.
Hold on, he's got my trench coat.
Oh, he actually, the buddy stole the trench coat to Prince's. Well, congratulations, Prince. We're gonna let you ride off into Purple Rain here now. So congratulations, him and his white bird. Guys, we have a lot going on tomorrow. Scotty, Lance, tell the fans all about it.
Man, what a great night of racing here at Panther Arena. But tomorrow, the hill climb at noon Eastern. Tons of great action, great passes tonight, great racing. And we also, tomorrow afternoon, we'll be on the beach, man. Lance, I had a great time.
Had a great time with you as well. Thank you for being here.
That's it for us. For Diana Dahlgren, Lance Corey, I'm Scotty Dubler saying good night from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the hill and then tomorrow afternoon on the beach.